Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have Joe here. Hey, Joe.
Hey.
I rage quit the stream last night.
Yeah, what the heck happened?
Do you want me to really? All right. Well, first off, I need everyone's help here. I'm talking about viewers, people watching the replay. I'm never going to shame people into putting a thumbs up, but for whatever reason, we cannot even get 20 likes on a live stream where we have hundreds, like 300 views. That's really stunting our growth here. Now part of it might be my fault. I need to be here. And then Joe, I love you. I think sometimes we're having too much fun on the live stream, and then I need to also put out content like clip outs and stuff where I don't think some of these, not a lot. I don't think some of these live streams are very rewatchable for the replay crew because we're being too silly. Silliness is allowed though, for sure. I'm not going to ban silliness, but sometimes I can't.
Hang on. Wait. We got the ad. Boom. Guess what I just did?
You like the video? Thank you.
I gave it a thumbs down. No.
That's fine. That works. Hey, Bruce.
Hey,
Bruce, how are you doing?
I feel a lot better actually today.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Did you thumbs up the video? Did you thumbs up the video, Bruce?
Yeah, that's up all Max's videos.
Yeah. I thought just so you guys know, I'm not a hypocrite. I thumbs up every video I watch. If I have in my like history on YouTube, I have over 5,000 likes.
You can tell?
Yes, it tells you how many likes I have over. Yeah. I don't know exact number, but over 5,000. So it's the only thing that gets us there, and I don't want to spend too much time on it either. I was just sometimes when you're on a live stream too, things aren't just gelling right. Yesterday was rough. I had a rough day today with my dad, trying to get him the help he needs for his issues. But then afterwards, we were at the doctor and they again couldn't help with his specific problem. They just like, oh, you got to refer you somewhere else. We went to get a permani sandwich and I waited till it was 5 p.m. because we were there for like 3 hours waiting for a doctor, and then they still couldn't help him. And I got a nice cold one, 50% off. Oh, it was so good. I love a nice cold beer. There's nothing better that relaxes me. But we are going to talk about the Supergirl. Now I don't know how to break this to you, Joe. Were you saying that Sasha Calle should still be Supergirl?
Yeah.
And were you still holding out hope?
I mean, it's still possible. Nothing's official till it comes from James Gunn. But I don't think it's going to happen. But
okay.
But until we hear it from Gunn, nothing's official.
It's a shame because she's such a good actress and she played the role to the fullest. And I was really looking forward to her coming back. It's a shame that she had to get thrown away, if it's true.
Well,
like the rest of the
to DC. Be honest, I got to be real here. I root for Sasha too. Like if they brought her back, I'd be fine with that. But I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be as excited as the new Supergirl. Sorry, because it would feel old. It would feel old. Like everything's. We've been just talking, even besides the Snyderverse coming back or not. We've been talking about this version of DC for way too long.
Not me. I only been on YouTube a year.
Well, it feels old to me. Yeah.
I'm surprised. If she doesn't come back, I'm genuinely surprised because we know James Gunn absolutely loved The Flash. So the fact that he would get rid of her is surprising because, and he's a guy. I remember months ago, people were all like, James Gunn didn't really like The Flash. He was just saying that because he had to sell it. And it's like, well, that's BS.
That was me.
Well, was that you? Well, he put his money where his mouth is because he wasn't just like, hey, I love this movie. He was like, I love this movie so much. I'm putting the writer of this movie in my writer's room and I'm rehiring the director to make another movie for me. So it's not just like it. Yeah. So So we know he genuinely loved that movie. So the fact that he would recast, to me, is a little surprising.
Yeah, well, I really feel like we're getting a fresh DC universe right now. Except it is weird except for the Peacemaker area, which I mean, I'm I'm
Go
I'm still
ahead, say
mixed
it.
on it. I'm still
Go
mixed
ahead,
on it.
say it.
No,
More dick and ass jokes.
I want to see Peacemaker return. No, I do, but it's still kind of BS, honestly.
Let me
But
take a second. Hey, DL.
yeah,
Oh,
hey
yeah, go ahead.
DL, thank you for joining us. And I would like to ask you this question, DL. I think we all kind of know with the Supergirl news that Sasha Calle's not coming back. But even if James Gunn was going to use her, and I know you're not against Sasha, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay, but even if they said
So
we're going to bring her
ominous.
back, wouldn't it seem kind of old or stale at this point?
Well, I already don't 100% agree of him picking and choosing stuff from the DCEU. So, but I'm accepting it for right now because there's only like 3 things that he's bringing over and everything else seems new. So as long as it's like as fresh as possible, other than that, then I'm fine with it. Look, I like Sasha Kai in The Flash. I thought she was good. However, I don't feel like that version of Supergirl will work in this new DCU because first of all, it was like an alternate timeline Supergirl.
Or even if you have a new Superman, it's going to be really weird to have the Supergirl. Although that Supergirl didn't interact with.
And and you actually nailed it right on the head as to why she could come back, because it's an alternate timeline. So the events of the Flash, because she died in the Flash, but that's irrelevant because
let's be real. Regardless of what the DC fans are fractured of what they like, we can all agree on that at least, right?
That's never going to change.
Right. So it's. I think we all have to come to the compromise that people are not going to have to compromise a lot of things that they want into this new James Gunn thing.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I think so. We're going to just have to compromise and go with it.
But
to have a fresh start, we're going to have to compromise.
The people who decided that they don't like it already, they're not going to come around. They've already drawn their line in the sand. They're like, we don't like this.
Same thing with Star Wars fans. They still watch it. I honestly believe people that can't stand James Gunn are still going to watch it.
Well, we'll see.
You're correct. It's the same reason people show up here, because they hate you and they love you at the same time.
Like I said, like outside.
Oh, it's true. You know it's true, Max.
Like I said, outside of Waller, Peacemaker, and Blue Beetle, which we have no control over, he's bringing them back. He's bringing them to the new DCU. Fine, but everything else, I'm not even going to argue with that. I'm not going to argue with you on that right now. But other than those, I would want the new iteration of the characters to be as fresh as possible. So yes, I want new actors for everything else. Now, is he going to do that? We'll see what happens.
Now everyone gets to there on their own terms. Like it's like sort of like coping with the DC, whatever's happened with DC. Everyone gets there on their own terms. I finally, after seeing Aquaman, that was the end for me. I was just like, I want fresh.
I wanted more.
And that's the only way. That's the only way that we'll fully be able to move on from what happened before, and we actually can get a good start with the DC universe without any preconceived notions or just the expectations come from the older regime coming into this. We don't need that anymore. We need to establish that this DC universe is fresh and new, and they are putting a more emphasis on having good storytelling so that people will now be more invested in the DC universe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, DL. Bruce, Joe, do you want to add anything to this? I know Joe's still holding out hope for Gal.
Well, it's not even hope. It's like I don't really. It doesn't matter one way or the other. It's just all the evidence indicates she's coming back. Everything we've been told so far, everything we've seen so far, unless you think Gal Gadot herself is a liar, And what would
no,
she
I
have
don't.
to-
I don't think she's alone.
Yeah, because she
that's-
flat out
that's-
told us she had a meeting with James
That's
Gunn.
kind of like
So-
a straw man argument, though.
Well, how's that a
No,
straw man argument?
Because you're
She
saying
said it.
you're calling her a liar. No, I believe she thinks that she had a good meeting with James Gunn, and honestly, I think David Ayer thought the same thing too. And now David Ayer's kind of come to terms that it's not going to happen.
Well, I think David Ayer's cut is going to happen, but I don't think it's a smart move to happen now. Now's not
Well,
the time
he's
for it.
definitely changed his tune, though, for sure. So I do believe people have good meetings with James Gunn, and to be fair, I think it's very fair to say James Gunn and a person on the other side of the meeting have different interpretations of how those meetings go with the facts of just like Ben Affleck. And I'm not throwing shade at James Gunn, but James Gunn, the way he talked about the conversations with Ben Affleck and the way that Ben Affleck said in the interview, on a completely different page. So whatever happens with these meetings with James Gunn, it's from the facts so far about like with Ben Affleck and David Ayer.
So far,
there's miscommunication or they're not.
So far,
reading the room differently.
Well, so far, everything has told us she's coming back, and nothing has told us she isn't. There has been no indication she's not coming back. There's been multiple indications she is coming back.
All right. Well, I think
until we get an indication that she's not coming back, right now all the weight is on she's coming back.
Okay.
Like if it's a scale, everything is on coming back right now. As soon as something starts to balance it out the other way, we can have a discussion. But right now, there's nothing on the other hand.
Hey, Nash.
I just want to. Oh, hey, Nasham. I just want to say that just keep your hopes low, expectations low, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot for people to ingest in the beginning. But just take every project one at a time. You don't have to like everything. Just like comic books. You don't like it, pick something else up. Watch something else.
Right.
You don't have to bitch about it for years.
Honestly, my expectations are sky high because it's James Gunn. I just have total faith in James Gunn. James Gunn could decide to bring back Damon Hanzu as Wonder Woman, and I'd be on board because it's James Gunn.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Very few people like that.
Actually, right now, the only person that we seem to have unconfirmed, we know Peacemaker's coming back. We know Viola Davis.
Yes.
Right now, the one person who is unconfirmed that seems to have the most heat behind them is Gal Gadot. But from a personal standpoint, I think the one person who's most likely to come back is Zachary Levi, because he and Gunn are friends, and those were Peter Safran movies.
Maybe for the Peacemaker verse, but not another movie.
Well, I don't know. No. There's not going to be no ways there's going to be a Shazam 3. The last one did terrible. But if you need Shazam for an ensemble piece, if you're making a Justice League, you need a Shazam. I don't see.
I do think potentially. I wouldn't be against that, Joe, but I think with that and the combination of James Gunn having Peacemaker, it's a bad look.
I don't think so.
I do think so, because you're bringing back Peter Safran's baby and James Gunn's baby, and that's the only thing moving forward.
Keeping the best people for the job a bad look?
That's subjective.
Are you?
No, but that's Peter Safran's baby, and then that's James Gunn's baby, and that's the only thing that survives. That's a bad look.
I don't think so.
So you're okay with just seeing Shazam, and we don't see Billy Batson because the actor playing Billy Batson is getting older.
But that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. It's Flashpoint. It's Flashpoint, so things can change. The timeline's not the same anymore because Flash altered the timeline. So you can cast a new young actor as Billy Batson. You can do that because the timeline's changed.
That's very, very true. You can't cast a younger actor.
You know, I would send you a link, but I'm on my upstairs computer, which is a work computer, and I can't use it on Twitter. So, if you're interested or whatever, but
yeah, I don't know if he caught this, but like the only 3 people that are transitioning into the new DCU is Peacemaker, Amanda Waller, and Blue Beetle.
But I want to, Joe. I know you said the best people for the job. I don't think that's fair. I think that would be playing favorites. I think
playing favorites.
I think John Cena is probably one of the best bright spots of the DCU the last few years. So I understand that, but I would like to hear from Bruce and DL. Do you see we'll go to DL first. Do you see that what I was saying, that it would look, I think it would be a really bad look to only have the only thing surviving. Peter Safran was very involved with Shazam, and then Peacemaker, and then those two things, and then everything else is gone. We're assuming also that Gal's not coming back because she's the only. We're doing that for Joe's to benefit. Everyone else isn't coming back but Gal. But what do you think, Dio?
Honestly, I don't see them continuing with Zachary Levi Shazam.
Well, I mean, if they would, then would you think it was a bad look? I do.
If they would, I mean, I'll be really questioning them, but I don't know if I'm fully invested in Zachary Levi Shazam after this point, to be honest, because with the kid actors as well, like I don't know, at least in my opinion, like the appeal of Shazam are the kids. It's not just him as a superhero. So there's already going to be complications if you don't have the kid actors there, and the kid actors are just getting older and older and older. So it's not going to make a lot of sense.
The kid actors are easier to replace, though. Shazam,
you would keep Zachary Levi to replace the kids.
Oh yeah, easily, because Shazam is a very difficult character to cast. It's easier to cast a Superman or a Batman than it is a Shazam. With a Shazam, you need someone who can embody that childlike quality and be an adult. That is a really hard role to cast, and Zachary Levi nailed it.
Actually,
he was absolute perfect casting.
I will say. Let me just go there. I will say this. I love both Shazam movies. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
But for me, Zachary Levi, he went a little overboard with the acting. He overacted.
Oh my
Shazam
gosh.
Spirit of God too.
He did.
When Billy Batson is acting more mature than Shazam, there's something wrong there. I don't know if it was the direction, the script, but he should have toned it down. But I agree. We should keep the actors that played Billy Batson and Mary Marvel. They were great.
I think they should be recast. I think there's great talent. They could even have a stronger role in the future. Who knows? I think their opportunities are much better than Shazam for the young actor for Billy Batson, and then the actress. I think I don't know what role it would go for them though. I don't know what they would fit for.
Now, as far as go ahead.
No,
maybe Brave and the Bold. Who's going to be the Batman's son? Damian Wayne? I don't know.
Damian.
No, Damian.
I don't know.
The character has to be. I don't know. I don't know. The comics they moved more towards Damian looking more of Asian descent. So they might go.
I didn't know.
Yeah, he's part Asian. So.
Yeah, it's all about who they want to go for, and then also the age as well. Now, as far as Gal Gadot, I just personally think it's a bad idea if they bring her back. I think it's a bad idea. I don't have any personal issues with Gal Gadot. I thought she was a very good Wonder Woman. However, her franchise has been tainted. It has.
So?
Oh, here we go. Wonder Woman 84 really broke people. First of all. Really did. It really affected how people looked at her. Like, fairly or unfairly, that really affected her. Also, on top of the fact that she's also connected to Zack Snyder's movies. She's always going to be connected to that. So, once again, it's going back to...
Don't hold that against her.
Again, fairly or unfairly,
Hollywood's not fair.
What happens.
Hollywood is not fair, Joe.
Yeah, but she's been successful, though. That's the thing. Hollywood's interested in money. She's been successful.
So was, for another comparison, well, you might... Margot Robbie was actually was pretty successful as Harley Quinn until the last few projects.
What are you talking about? She was still successful.
Was she?
Yeah. When wasn't she?
Birds of Prey?
Oh, well, Birds of Prey didn't do well at the box office, but Suicide Squad was a big hit.
I mean, people liked it, but it wasn't like a huge hit for DC.
It was the second highest streamed movie on Max that year after Mortal Kombat.
Well, day and date, yeah, but
yeah.
Okay.
Also,
agree, disagree there.
Yeah, and as much as I like Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman,
And she'll be back too, Margot Robbie. She'll be back too.
I think she I mean, it's possible if she wants to,
maybe.
but she's kind of already said on the red carpet that she's ready for different interpretations. That's what she always wanted the character. Now,
Yeah,
I'm reading it.
She said that in relation to Lady Gaga, though. They asked her how she felt about Lady Gaga.
No, she said in general, I'm happy for the character to move on, not just to Lady Gaga. She's like, I'm happy. She said, I always intended for this to be a character that's passed on just like Batman or Superman. So, I mean, that doesn't mean she's not coming back, but that
it was already a character that was passed on to her. She was not the first Harley Quinn.
No, I understand, but on big screen though, yeah.
I also think that could be a way of her saying the WBD. I just had the #1 movie. If you want me, pay for me.
Oh yeah,
you know, because she's looking at a big payday.
Yeah, Degrassi's dead right. After Barbie. Dude, there's not a chance they're replacing.
Really, Degrassi, you think they're going to keep Margot Robbie?
Oh, yeah. James Gunn's pretty much already said it. He didn't officially. He said
another bad look.
Why is that a bad look?
He says he wants to keep her, but is going to be able to keep her.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Nobody is going to announce that they're coming back until a contract is signed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Degrassi's nailed it. Yep, bam.
We're negotiating. Yeah, that is a thing. I agree that, but I guess it's how you interpret her interviews. To me, I think she's probably got better opportunities. Honestly, after Barbie, she should have been nominated. That's a different story.
She and Greta both got shafted. This is why I don't like the Oscars.
But it'll also feel kind of like the old DC still if they have Margot. I don't know.
I mean,
I just don't see. I think it's possible, but I don't even know where they would fit there. Are they going to do a Harley Quinn movie when they do Superman after Superman Legacy? I don't think so. The most likely would be in like Peacemaker type series, not another Suicide Squad movie. Okay, go ahead, Dio.
Yeah, I don't think they need to make another Suicide Squad movie. They don't need to make another okay, if they are going to make another Harley Quinn movie, it has to be an actual Harley Quinn movie. Don't put Birds of Prey in here and do this weird shit like you did the first time. If it's going to be a Harley Quinn movie, make it a Harley Quinn movie. Like you are producing an animated show with that focuses on her and Poison Ivy. You see what you're producing over here, and you are barely taking any influence from that. Why? Why are you doing this weird shit? So if you are going to do Harley Quinn, make sure it's clear that it's a Harley Quinn thing. But
do Harley and Ivy. Do Harley
Degrassi.
I would go see a Harley and Ivy movie in a heartbeat.
You're on the same page as Joe that he could return as Aquaman. That we're going to have Margot as Harley Quinn.
James Gunn from day one said the first thing he said when he came in was he was going to keep what worked and get rid of what didn't. That
much worked at the end.
Well,
Joe.
Yeah, but Jason Momoa worked.
Yeah,
Jason Momoa worked.
It made 400 million worldwide, but that's still not.
First one made $1 billion. First one made $1 billion.
I know, but that's still not really working though.
Come on,
it's not working.
You guys
made 400. Go ahead.
You guys just can't ignore the sequels and pretend that they didn't happen. Wonder Woman 84 crashed and burned. Aquaman barely making by.
So what?
So what?
So what? You're talking. That means the first ones didn't happen now.
But if that property is so successful, they should be able to make almost as much as the first movie. That's what makes it a loop. That's what keeps
not
it
when nobody's going to the movies anymore.
That's not true.
I said let's not make excuses here.
That's for superhero movies.
No, you're making excuses.
People keep wanting to make excuses. People are going to be going, nobody watches DC movies anymore. Nobody watches Disney movies anymore. Nobody watches this, that, the other thing. But the point is, nobody's going to see anything except Mario and Barbie and Oppenheimer, and that's about it. Nobody's going to see it.
Spider-Verse was very profitable.
I hate to talk negative on stuff.
Go ahead.
But to be fair with this slate of DC movies this year, I blame James Gunn. He sent these movies to die with his announcement of this is not there. This is not there. Here's something you
It
might
didn't
not
help.
want to
No,
see.
it didn't help.
No, it didn't help at all. And then then the strike, then no promotion for Aquaman 2, no promotion for Blue Beetle. You know,
what you're saying is not
just
wrong,
sucked.
Christopher. What
It
you're
really
saying
does
is not
suck.
wrong. In retrospect, looking back, we can see that the announcement of a reboot did hurt everything.
Yes.
But logically
The leak
speaking,
first, which he denied was accurate, and it was kind of accurate.
What leak? What are we
what
talking
leak?
about?
James Gunn was responding to a leak in like Deadline or Hollywood Reporter that they're going to reboot, and that's where he started talking about it. He wasn't going to come out then.
Yeah, but the point is, nobody could have predicted ahead of time that would have this effect, because as I've said many times, all of these movies tell a standalone start, middle, and end story, regardless if they continue or not. So I don't think anybody could have predicted that people would go, oh, well, if it doesn't count, I'm not going to go see it. Because quite frankly, I think that's a stupid argument, because every one of these movies, even if they don't continue, they still told a story. And if you want to see a story,
we consistently disagree on this point, Joe. I don't think it absolutely needs to, but I think the audience rewards storytelling where you hint at the future, and it's kind of like a soap opera. You have to see every episode. It works in these universes.
That's
I
bad
know.
for cinema, in my opinion.
What's
that's
that, Joe?
That's in my opinion. That's bad for cinema.
That's what's worked.
I find it so weird. People want everything to be connected in the Marvel universe, and when it is, they're like, "Oh, maybe we should get some solo projects." But DC doesn't get the same love when it comes to their solo project. That not everything has to lead somewhere. You can have fun with what's in front of you.
It doesn't have to, but isn't that what the audience is rewarding? Look at the
not
success
for DC for years.
Look at the successful movie universes. What do we have as the successful ones? Not the ones that failed.
Degrassi.
The MCU and the Monsterverse. Whether people want to admit it or not, Monsterverse is a success. It all connects. It hints at the future. It gives little Easter eggs. What was one of the first things that Marvel did? I'm going to ask the Ellis. What was one of the first things Marvel did to hint at the future and start this buzz about everyone needs a universe? The end credits sequence that hints at the future and connects things. Do you remember in Iron Man when you had Nick Fury? That excited people. No, not everything has to be connected, but it helps if a lot is. It helps if your main stuff's connected.
If Degrassi is right and we're getting cooey, then I'm very excited.
How many times have you had the audience say, I don't want to watch this TV show to know what's going on in this movie. I don't want to go back to watch this. It's too much homework. I don't want to do homework for our movies.
Well, I think where they faltered on MCU was definitely quality. And then they kind of said that you had to watch it, but then you realize watching these shows, they really didn't matter in the MCU. I think that also broke the illusion.
First of all,
I think before that, go ahead, Dion.
First of all, going back to that end credit scene you were talking about in the first Iron Man. First of all, when that was coming out, nobody really took that seriously. That first credit scene, they just thought, that's just another stinger, man. They did. No, there are other movies that did that, and nothing came of it until that point. Also, nobody would have cared about that end credit scene if the movie wasn't great.
True.
You know what?
But having a mid movie and no end credit scenes would be worse.
Let me give you another example. Let me give you another example of a movie that tried to do the same thing, that did the exact same thing, and they were in the exact same position and they crashed and burned. Green Lantern. They did the exact same thing. They had an end credit scene leading up to something, and nobody gave a shit about it.
What made Iron Man work, and I've said this many, many, many times, was the Hulk. You had Iron Man and the Hulk open a month apart, and you ended Iron Man with that one stinger, and then you had Tony Stark show up in the Hulk. So people immediately saw how these things were going to connect.
Yeah.
And I said, anyone trying to create an established universe going forward would be smart to release 2 movies in the same year as your proof of concept. Because
Yeah, but nothing in the DC was connecting at the end. Nothing.
they were all connecting.
How?
What do you mean? They were all in a shared universe.
They weren't connecting well. It was
What do you mean?
disjointed. I mean, it was. Yeah, you had
what
Wonder
was,
Woman
Right.
for a
what was
second.
disjointed? Yeah,
What was connecting, Joe? What was connecting?
Wonder Woman was
Wonder
in all
Woman,
those
yeah.
movies, and it was a shared universe. These characters all.
What is
like,
all those movies? What is all those movies you're talking about?
What are you
What
talking
is all
about?
those movies?
All the DCEU movies,
No,
starting
she
with
wasn't.
Man of Steel, ending with Aquaman 2.
What? What?
That's a shared universe.
The only movies she appeared in was Batman v Superman and Shazam 2. What are you talking about?
She was in Justice League. She was in Wonder Woman.
After Wonder Woman,
Bruce Wayne was in
after
Suicide
Justice
Squad.
Why are
League.
you counting her own movie of never?
Because it's a shared universe. They were all connected.
Wonder Woman 84 didn't share much of anything with anything.
Well, yeah, well, that was a prequel. That was set in the 80s.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
There was nothing properly connecting, Joe. Come on now.
What are
This
you
is not
talking about?
Making any sense? She hasn't made appearance in other people's movies other than
You're fixating on Wonder
other-
Woman. You're fixating on Wonder Woman.
because you brought it up. What do you mean?
My ears, please, guys.
It's all right. DL's passionate.
What do you call it? We saw Aquaman and Aquaman's dad in The Flash. We saw Wonder Woman and Batman in The Flash. We saw The Flash and Wonder Woman and all of them together in Justice League. We saw
Flash
Bruce
is the
Wayne
only.
show up in Suicide Squad.
Flash is the only one that did that, but just to end it.
It was they were all connected. I mean, it was a shared universe.
Ezra Miller even showed up in the CW show.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't well done in my opinion, at least.
Doesn't matter. He still showed up.
The execution was off.
So that's what you
The execution was off.
At this point.
We'll take what we can get. All right.
No, that's not good enough.
What do you
You want
want?
all this money, you got to bring it.
What do you
Yeah, they
want?
did bring it. They brought it. No one came.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Prices
having
on-
shadowy
prices on
figures at the end,
Infinite Earth was
and then we're going to
amazing.
get to the blaming Cavill. Having shadowy figures at the end of Shazam or the end of Peacemaker, where only half of them show up, is not really a strong showing.
Well, what do you want? Do you want them all to
Them
show up?
actually to show up, yes.
Well, that was unrealistic.
No, it's not. MCU did it.
Oh, what's it? Gal Gadot and Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck, who'd already quit at that point,
No.
and
He was back for a Flash after that.
Soupy Boy, who didn't have a contract. They were all just going to show up for
Soupy
like
Boy.
5
Soupy
seconds
Boy.
in the series.
This is Superman, your most
Right.
popular character besides Batman, and you can't get him to show.
You can say
no,
you can say Aquaman
then-
was more popular than
No.
than Cavill. Just
Superman-
saying.
That's true.
Just saying.
come on.
Yes, come on, Max.
And now
Really?
we're not going to get to the blaming Cavill again, but not having
I'm
Superman
not blaming Cavill. I'm
as a
just-
consistent through your movies. This is a failure.
No.
I don't know who put that up there.
I put that up. That's my statement. I'm taking that one.
Well, I don't blame him for if I saw the movies as they were, I would have rebooted too. But I don't know what he took out of the movies though. I don't know what he took out. Look at Aaron too. What the heck is this? Everyone called me a gun hater. Now Aaron and Bruce. Bruce.
Oh no. Well, Brucifer is right, but the point is, it wasn't something that could have been predicted.
Well, I don't have to hate Gunn to hate what he did. You know,
I mean,
he's fine.
there might have
doing
been
what he
something
does.
really amazing that was left out of these movies, but I don't see it honestly.
Left
Like
out.
I would have loved to see the Dolph Lundgren version of Aquaman 2 that he was referring to, but
Oh,
even
I-
if I saw that, I don't
I'm not
I don't think
interested
there
in
was
the
much.
version
I
at
don't
all.
think there was much saving here. The only thing that was worth saving for me was to the point where we saw Black Adam and got the JSA together. And I know people had issues with the villain at the end of Black Adam.
And that was the right move, Isaac. Superman should have been sidelined. That was because Justice League was a failure.
But
Hamada came in and made the right decision to sideline most of the Justice League characters. while
How
he
was that the
focused
right
on-
decision?
How is that the right decision?
Because it was a smart move.
No,
made
it
the-
obviously wasn't.
How is it not? Because what he
Look
did
where
was
we're at.
working. What he did was working. He said,
Are you saying sidelining the Justice League after you assemble them is a smart move?
absolutely. It was the brilliant move because the Justice League failed. The Justice League failed, and it was a toxic property.
Not worse than everything else after.
It was a toxic property. And he realized that the smart thing to do was concentrate on standalone movies, get the quality back up, and
Which
then
didn't happen.
And then it did happen. Are you kidding?
No, I'm
Look
not.
at the tomato meter. I got the tomato meter right here.
The tomatoes. Look, no one puts stock in Rotten Tomatoes until you want to use it for your narrative.
Hey,
Okay,
you're repeating
well,
my
Rotten-
words from last
Rotten
week.
Tomatoes is
the hell?
inarguable. You can't argue with Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes, you can.
No,
The
it is-
audience,
it's
the
an-
audience
it's-
score you can't. People that
the,
actually
ar-
saw
the
movie,
audience
I take
score
stock
doesn't
in that.
count. Yeah, the audience score doesn't count.
Well,
but
it
the
does
critic
count.
Score, the critic, well, only if it's a verified score. But the
Yes.
the critic score is a verified score of all the critics' ratings, and whether you agree with them or not, it's always accurate.
Come on, go ahead.
Hey,
Joey.
Voltaire.
Hi and hello, everybody.
Hi and hello. We're having a heated
Damn you.
argument about the. Well, not heated. We're. It's all good.
I'm
fun.
I'm fuming right now. But
You're
go ahead.
fuming. Yeah.
fuming.
Joe just said that
Go have a rum and coke, please.
Hamada did the right thing by sidelining the Justice League.
Yeah, I've been saying it for years. I said Hamada did everything right because he inherited a toxic property that had failed.
You still were putting all this blame on Justice League movie.
Well, to be fair,
Yeah.
when
Meanwhile, you want the characters from the Justice League to continue, Joe. This is how ridiculous what you're saying is. You want the characters, that
The
Gal
ones-
Gadot, she is in the Justice League, you know.
Yeah.
Them to continue, but you
She
want to
didn't get
sideline the
sidelined.
Justice League.
She didn't get sidelined. Why? Her movie worked.
I will say this.
Again,
when
you just ignoring Wonder Woman 84 like that didn't happen.
What didn't work about Batman and Superman?
Really?
The movie failed.
Really?
They were all in
Batman-
the same movie.
Batman v Superman was a despised movie. The audience hated that movie.
Gal Gadot was in that too.
Yes, but then she was in Wonder Woman and everyone loved it.
Yeah, but you sideline. It doesn't make sense to me.
Superman, Batman did not
You
have a
never
successful
sidelined
DC.
Batman and Superman. If anyone
No,
says
that was the right move.
legitimately you can have a universe and you sideline Batman, Superman,
let
you just figured out the whole freaking problem. Sideline Batman and Superman, but the rest of the Justice League continues. What you're saying?
Let me just say this.
I'm saying that was the right move.
Back when those movies came out, I wasn't really going to the movie theaters, and I was in a locker room with 50 to 60 guys. Batman v Superman
your
was
dreams.
Batman v Superman was the biggest joke in the locker room. How bad DC had fallen, how bad that line was. Martha, my mom's name is Martha. That was
I
the
love that
running
scene.
joke. People hated DC.
But
after
let's
that.
let's
In
get
the real
back
world.
in my office.
Let's
There
get
was
back
the
to
same thing in my office.
You're claiming
sidelining Batman, Superman. If you agree that Hamada did that, that is the biggest effing mistake, and that's probably where that was the final nail.
That was the right move.
They did sideline. It was a horrible move.
No, it was
One of
the
the
right
worst
move.
things you could ever do.
And if
Nope.
you're saying that Wonder Woman could recover from Batman v Superman being in Batman v Superman and coming out with her movie
But
and everybody
Cavill
loved
and
it, why can't Cavill and Affleck do the same thing?
Yes.
They could. They could. That's
The
my
Flash.
point. That's the point. He made the right move to sideline them in order to rehabilitate their image because those movies were toxic. He had to make the audience forget about those movies they hated. And the way to do that was to build the DCEU up with movies that people liked. Aquaman worked. Shazam worked. Birds of Prey wasn't a box office hit, but it was a certified fresh on the tomato meter. He started getting solid reviews. And if you ask Kevin Feige,
Reviews
Kevin
is all he
Feige-
got. Reviews
Kevin
is all he got.
Feige
Joe.
said in the past, the only thing that mattered to him, and this is Kevin Feige, the greatest successful producer that we've ever had. He said the only thing that ever mattered to him was getting certified
Captain
freshes on
Kennedy.
Rotten Tomatoes. He said getting certified freshes on Rotten Tomatoes was all that mattered to him. So when Hamada took over, they started getting positive critic score, The box office wasn't there, but what was happening is they were making solid movies that were then going to Netflix, then going to other places. People were skeptical of DC, rightfully, because they hated those early movies. Then suddenly they started seeing these movies. The whole image of the DCEU was starting to be rehabilitated, which would have then put them in a perfect position to reintroduce Batman and Superman once the toxicity of those early movies went away. And that was the plan. He said, we're going to bring them all back, connect them later. And that was going to start in The Flash. His plan was working beautifully until COVID shut down the theaters. And then Warner Brothers made the crucial error of putting out the Snyder Cut, which dragged up
Which
old
rehabilitated
again.
Superman and Batman.
It dragged up the same old arguments. It
for
brought
those
back the toxicity, and it killed everything.
For those that could sit through 4 hours of Zack Snyder's movie, it may have, but the general audience did not sit through 4 hours of that movie.
No, the
So
study
they
showed
do not
people
know.
didn't even watch the whole movie. People tuned out because they didn't like it.
My dear
And
Lord.
besides, Ben Affleck was an addict at the time. He was not coming back to do Batman anytime after.
He came back for The Flash.
How many years later was that?
So?
And that was to be
He was
written out. He
clean.
agreed.
What's wrong with
He
you,
agreed. He
Addict.
agreed to
Clean.
come back to be written out.
You don't
And
know
he
that.
did additional scenes for the Snyder Cut.
And he did seeds for Aquaman. Does that sound like he only came back to be written out?
Yeah.
They said they were going to do one more rodeo. And then when Cavill was done, when they took Cavill out of after Black Adam,
Oh, incoming.
after Black Adam and Cavill was announced, and then Cavill was then they brought on James Gunn and they said, no, it's not going to happen. Then they interviewed Affleck and he's like, well, no, I'm out now if Cavill's not coming back too. After then,
Look at the tomato meter there. Look at the
I
tomato
don't
meter
care.
there. The only film from the early ones that got a positive score was Wonder Woman. And then you get to the later ones. The only one under Hamada that got a negative score was, oddly enough, also Wonder
in the
Woman.
box office is the complete in the box office the money is completely the other direction.
No, that's because
Suicide Squad, BVS, Justice
Because
League,
you
Man of
could you
Steel.
could throw Batman and Superman and shit, and it'll make a ton of money.
And it's also because people went to see Superman and Batman v Superman, and they didn't like it, so they didn't come back.
I need Voltaire, please give me some thoughts here. I don't know. I need a break. Joe's triggering me too much. I need a break from Joe. Go ahead, Voltaire. What do you think of Joe's scenario?
Oh,
there?
and Bruce.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
I'm being very respectful in the stream and not yelling and causing Max to leave the stream. So, I'll be back.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Voltaire.
I agree that Justice League was a flop. I mean, initially, it was the big buildup, and then it came up to what it was. But I think the Snyder Cut actually saved it a lot, made it a lot better movie. And I don't understand what the point is. The point is to sideline Batman and Superman because the Justice League wasn't good. Is that what your point is, Jeff?
Yeah,
I think that was okay.
You
even
had
if
to,
you're
you had
accurate,
to rehabilitate the image.
I say show confidence and say, let's make Justice League 2. That's what would have shown confidence. That would have rehabilitated it.
Oh, eventually they would have made Justice League 2.
Eventually.
But the point was you had to put a good distance between there and rehabilitate the DC.
No one's problem with Justice League, as far as I know, it's still subjective, but no one's problem was actually Batman or Superman. It was just the movie.
Right.
It was the quality.
One
of
of
the
the
movie.
big
You didn't need to rehabilitate Superman and Batman after that.
First of all, the quality of the movie is irrelevant because it bombed on opening weekend. That means nobody went to see it. So quality, you don't know if it's good or bad.
Nothing is bad until Hamada got his movies in the theaters.
People chose not to walk in the door. They walked in the door for Man of Steel. They walked in the door for Batman v Superman. Justice League came out and they went, nah, we're good. We don't even need to show up on opening weekend. So why?
They
Easy.
showed up on
It
opening
was
week, just not anywhere near.
No,
BVS.
it bombed on opening weekend.
It was
And
like
that's
60
because
to
it was
70,
a
80 million.
repudiation. It was a repudiation on Batman v Superman. And one of the crucial mistakes Justice League made, either cut, doesn't matter if it's Whedon or Snyder, Both cuts made one crucial
You
error.
still put, yes, there is baggage from BVS. You still put the baggage for there. But if Justice League was a good movie, the box office wouldn't have been that bad that opening weekend. It just was not a great movie.
Yeah, but how are they going to know if it's a good movie if they don't go to see it? Everybody went to see Batman v Superman opening weekend.
When there's a good
and then
superhero movie, people find out. They go.
No,
If it's
because the
positive word of
first
mouth, they would've
weekend,
made more
yeah,
money.
exactly. Batman v Superman. Everybody went. It got terrible word of mouth. Nobody went back in the second week. It had the terrible first to second week drop. But Justice League didn't get a first week because of the repudiation of that last film. And one of the crucial mistakes, doesn't matter which cut of Justice League you're talking about, you could be talking about the Snyder cut or the Whedon cut, doesn't matter. One of the crucial errors of that mistake was making it a direct sequel to Batman v Superman. You open the movie, Superman is dead. You couldn't put Superman in your marketing. You said it yourself, Superman, one of the most popular characters. You couldn't even market him in that movie. He wasn't even on the poster because that movie opens, he's dead.
This is not a bomb, Jill. Let me show you. I'm bringing
I mean,
facts.
who thought he was going to remain dead in that movie? I mean, no, everybody knew he was going to come back in that.
That
I mean,
is not
that was a-
95 million is not a bomb. It's not good. It's not a bomb.
For Justice League?
Well, I would give you any Hamada opening weekend.
Well, yeah, because Hamada was following up this crap.
You put way too much baggage on the front. Yes, people didn't like BVS. You still give a good movie with Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman. People,
and I remember Brucifer talking about the locker room there. Same thing in my office at work. I remember opening weekend of Man of Steel.
Look, here's some facts for you right now. After making 38.5 million in its first day, including Thursday previews, that's a really good opening. Then the word of mouth got, no, this isn't good. And then it didn't finish on the strong weekend. That is a really strong opening day and preview day. What do you,
Is it?
Voltaire? Yes.
For today, for now.
With inflation, it's even higher than that now. Back then, yes. 38.5 million on its first day, including Thursday previews. That's a banger of a first day. Now, something happened towards the end of the weekend. Can word get out that fast?
I was there opening day, and it was an empty theater. I watched it in an empty theater opening day.
Oh, all right. Well, let me just ask Voltaire or DL. You know, this is not a great opening weekend, but it's not the worst. Certainly not what the Hamada has delivered lately. But 38.5, is that a strong opening date for you? Just that first day with Thursday previews.
35 million.
38.5 million.
38 point.
For the opening day, including the Thursday night.
No. It's not
for the
awful.
first for one day. Day.
It's not awful, but that's not great either. Like, I barely want to say that's good. Like, it's barely good, but it's fine. But like, even I remember when that 2017 version came out, like, nobody, like barely anybody was in the theaters that I was in opening weekend. Like, no. Like, no.
I think that's for one day. I think that's strong.
And for Justice League, and compare that to what BVS did opening weekend, what Man of Steel did opening weekend. What else came out 2017? What else came out? Thor Ragnarok, compared to what they did with that. Like, no.
I got to know. Bruce ever mentioned what he heard in the locker room in my office at work. Both of these movies were being mocked. I remember when Man of Steel opened, everybody was saying, well, they got to reboot it. That's unsalvageable. They got to reboot it. And I hated the movie and kept saying, no, they don't have to reboot it. They just gotta like write a better script next time. This is fixable. And I was the lone person saying that. Everyone else was like, no, you're crazy. This has to be rebooted.
I do want to give everyone a heads up. We've gone like 50 minutes debating this. In 10 minutes, I want to move on to good news.
And there's your cutout. You got to.
And I just want to say one thing. Like, I can't be a hypocrite because I say with Star Wars, you can't ignore the drop off in the box office from sequel to sequel with the sequel trilogy. Max, you can't ignore that 160.
No,
that is a big drop off.
Yeah.
Especially, and also you're not taking into account that the budget that 2017 version had. It was $300 million. It barely made even. It only makes
Wait,
It
$600
went
million.
to 300 million when they
Wait.
did the reshoots and they redid
Exactly.
it.
Inflated
Max,
the
get
budget
ready
and it
for-
barely made a profit.
Get ready for a clip out. I think Degrassi's got some breaking news for us.
Paramount Global has a buyer.
Oh yeah, I was going to talk about that tomorrow on my show. Damn you, Degrassi.
Oh,
Paramount.
You
Well,
were
I wanted-
saving it? Bruce had breaking news and he was saving it. Exposed. Exposed.
Why should I bring content here when you ignore it?
Oh,
I didn't ignore
I'm just messing
content.
with you. Skydance is in Paramount, guys. Scott, I'll bring up the article. God damn you, Degrassi.
Well, that's not like a
You
big
know I
one,
don't do
though.
that.
That's not like a
It's
big
not.
merger.
No, it's
I was thinking like someone like really big getting.
Ooh, let me
well,
put
wait,
that.
who
Oh,
got
no,
him?
no. There we go. All right. Here we go. Paramount and Skydance are now discussing a potential merger.
I thought they were
As
already together.
Bloomberg.com.
Weren't they already together?
Yeah, weren't they working on? Didn't they already been working on movies before?
I know No, that's good news. It's just that I would, a merger with Skydance isn't that big, is it? I'm not.
I thought that
thinking
was
it's
just a production company.
Yeah. Like if a bigger streaming was buying Paramount, then I'd be like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like if Amazon was buying Paramount or
Or
some other- or Warner Brothers, something like, or some big streamer was buying Paramount. But Paramount merging with a smaller one,
Well, Paramount could
They
could
will
take
own
all the
Paramount.
help they can get right about now.
I mean, yeah, they're in massive debt right now, so
Yeah.
they think they get.
okay.
I mean,
Well,
okay.
hopefully they could pull it because the downside of Paramount merging with something big like HBO or something else is they're going to cut the fat quick. Now Joe thinks they were going to keep all the Star Trek with Zaslav. If Zaslav got a hold of that, I think he'd be slashing Star Trek shows left and right.
Am I looking at this wrong? Are they responsible for Reacher?
On Amazon?
The movies were Paramount. Paramount put the movies
No,
out.
I'm talking about the shows. It says Skydance.
Well, if they had the rights to the movies, they probably have the TV
Oh,
rights too.
Interesting.
I hope it works out. That's all I could say. I mean, I still pay Paramount Plus, and I don't know why.
Star Trek's a huge IP. Nobody wants to get rid of Star
Because
Trek.
I got it for Picard and
Yeah.
I got it for Halo. So if Halo season 2 is really that bad, and I already, I don't really watch Strange New Worlds yet, I might get rid of Paramount Plus.
Let me see. The latest stuff was The Family Plan with Mark Wahlberg, Spy Kids Armageddon, Heart of Stone.
Are people saying Halo season 2 is no good?
Well, for one thing, the actor Pablo whatever needs to be quiet. He's just
Yeah,
not.
he needs to
Even
shut
though I don't, I like him. He's just not giving good press. Just like Zachary Levi back when
You don't shit in a house that feeds you.
He's
Just
given the
saying.
same type of vibes as Zachary Levi back then, like
Well,
saying.
I
what
like him
people-
then.
Yeah, I know, and you do like the Halo show. Listen, Joe, what you like does not necessarily translate to profitability. You said as much as that you don't care as long as you get it. They can't take it away from you. You said that.
Degrassi said they produced Maverick.
Maverick. Okay.
Yeah, and Mission Impossible.
If they had,
Yeah.
could they do a Top Gun show on Paramount Plus? Oh boy. Paramount Plus is really good. Okay.
Yeah.
I need to check out more on there. No, I'm up for it. I think it's not as a groundbreaking news story as what could have been, but I think that's actually better for Paramount. Let's hope the changes lead to some success, right?
Speaking of Paramount, I'm about to change the days on my calendar. Look at that. We got the Trouble with Tribbles for today. And now what's tomorrow? Oh, it's Lower Decks. Tomorrow's Lower Decks.
Lower Decks.
I do not want my Star Trek to go away.
It won't. That's like their cash cow.
Skydance has co-financed every Paramount production since 2009. Wow.
By the way, I got the Lower Decks Funko Pops today. They're pretty cool.
That's
nice.
cool. And if you are just getting here, it really means a lot. I can't make you do the thumbs up, but it really means the difference between this channel getting new eyes on it or not.
I heard
The
Ron
antics.
Hextall even gave you a thumbs up.
Yeah,
for that.
Ron Hextall gave us a thumbs up. It really means the world to me if you support this channel. Really does. Okay. So Shifty Gizm says, sell the Hasbro partnership to Universal. G.I. Joe could easily be the new Fast and Furious. Paramount doesn't know what they're doing.
Shifty, I think they already did. Didn't it come out like a couple weeks ago that that Lionsgate acquired all that stuff, all the Hasbro stuff? I'm pretty sure Lionsgate acquired Hasbro several weeks ago.
I don't know. Well, thank you for this topic, Bruce. I kind of wanted to get to Peter's comment way back.
Who?
Peter. So Peter says, did you all see the Deadpool 3 set leaks? OMG, it's starting to look like an Adam Sandler movie and not a good way. And I was like, really? I guess people think this. I think it looks amazing. But does anyone share Peter's sentiment here about all the Deadpool 3 silliness and all the characters come back? Really? Well, I know.
Yeah.
So are we talking about the
all the cameos, the man bun, or douche knot, whichever you want to call it?
I've only saw the man bun stuff and a couple other shots with Wolverine and Deadpool. That's the only stuff I see.
Dog pool. Ugh.
Wait,
what's wrong with dog? You keep selling me on crypto, but then you're gonna have a problem with
dog pool. Horrible. It's a horrible character.
No.
Yes, it is.
How dare you?
I don't know. Brucifer, I saw that dog. He's pretty damn cute.
Yeah, that is Joe's kryptonite.
Bruce, what was that cat that you wanted from DC?
Goddamn Streaky.
Yeah, so you're okay with Streaky.
Oh, that would be awesome if we got Streaky.
He hates Deadpool. He has a bias against Deadpool.
Yeah, it's very.
Oh yeah, that's
very
right.
awkward.
Yeah, I'll show you Dogpool from the comics.
We need a live action Super Pets.
Listen, if they actually do it in the tradition of the first two Deadpool movies, I'm willing to give them a chance with the silliness because their silliness has been entertaining to me. So
true.
I mean, it's a lot of set leaks though. These are on purpose, right?
It's insane. That looks fine.
Yeah, that's fine, right?
Are you really?
Now, let me show you the dog pool in the movie.
Yeah, because I haven't seen the dog.
No, I have it. I found it. Are you really going to say no to this, Bruce?
Yes.
No, you didn't even see it yet. Are you really going to say no?
I saw it.
To this?
It's a lady. It's a lady dog too.
What kind of
female representation?
What kind of dog is that?
Whoa,
it's one of those hairless dogs.
We do not. Never mind. I'm not even going to do it.
There's a flower. Don't make it weird, Bruce. There's a flower there.
You made it weird when you put that up.
I didn't make it weird. It's fun.
I don't even know what I'm looking at.
I know it's a dog.
I know it's a dog, but it's just like I can't. I'm not getting a good shot of.
Come on,
we're not getting a good.
Like
people hated on was it
all right, here,
Doctor Strange
there
for having so many
Is that
freaking.
Better?
That's just not a good looking dog. I'm
sorry. No, it's not.
Thank you.
Not a good looking dog.
It's cute.
All these leaks are on purpose. I mean, this is all stuff to build up hype for the movie.
It's amazing.
But this is not an indication that
people hated.
Go ahead.
No, people hated Doctor Strange too because of all the cameos. This has triple the amount of cameos. All it is movie fodder. Everybody's gonna be freaking dead.
You know how
Doctor Strange was not.
You know how people say people look like their dogs. This is the perfect dog for Wade Wilson.
That's a good point, actually.
Yes,
I guess he would hang out with a dog. Like
that,
but it's just
I guess that's how his penis looks after the accident. So.
Oh.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Aaron thought it was a pig. It's not pig pole. It's not.
He looks like a pig. He looks like a
pig.
This
does not look like a pig.
He looks like a little piglet mixed with a dog. Like
this is a cute dog. You just don't.
A lot of dog lovers listen to this show, and you guys are really hurting their feelings. Come on.
Sorry, I don't like little dogs. I'm just gonna say it right now. I don't like little dogs at all.
They don't like you either.
Yeah, they don't. They sure don't.
So who here? what do you think, Joe, about Peter's? Anyone else have comments on this?
Are we talking about Deadpool's Peter?
Why aren't you giving
No,
the dog
no.
A mask? Like I don't know. Just
Why would you cover that up?
because it doesn't look good. The dog
Well,
doesn't look good. I'm sorry. The dog looks
Well,
ugly.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. No. I am telling you that this dog pool is going to be selling more merch and more popular than Grogu.
I doubt it.
More than Grogu.
That's
More
a take. That's a
than
take
Grogu.
right there.
I
That is-
guarantee it. Wait till the trailer comes out. You're going to be loving this dog.
I'd rather take a CGI
right.
dog at
I,
this point.
I got one more thing for you, Max. One more topic. I'll throw you a bone over here.
I know you will because you already have one because I see what you're looking at.
What's going on?
Roadhouse
poster.
Well, I mean, this is a remake of one of the greatest American classic films ever. I usually am against that, especially when you have a masterpiece like Roadhouse, a real film.
Masterpiece.
I'm actually, yeah, it is a masterpiece. I'm actually pretty hyped about this film. I actually think it might be if he's going to be still a bouncer. I don't care if he does MMA on the side. I don't know if it won't have the charm, that the original Roadhouse will have, but I'm actually looking forward to this.
It's on Amazon, I believe, so I'm up for that. I really like Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm interested to see how it goes.
Max, you have the original Roadhouse on VHS.
No, I do not yet.
Shame on you.
This isn't even getting a theatrical release.
Amazon.
Oh, see that.
So do you have a Blu-ray for the original Roadhouse?
You have a bias against streaming. You're not going to give it a chance because of that, Joe?
Well, I mean, that tells me it's probably not very good.
That's not accurate anymore.
Not true.
That's
Is it?
no. That's
Oh yes, I forgot Rebel Moon.
Oh, and I wanted to show
bring that
this.
up.
I wanted to show this.
I can't read that. What does it say?
What did you do? What did you do?
Uh huh.
What did you do? What did you do?
Interesting, isn't it?
what are you trying to say?
I picked that up when I
Was
saw
that Kingpin from the Daredevil series or from Echo?
Echo.
Okay, I couldn't tell. All right.
Yep.
Here,
Wait,
look,
one more time for the people in the back.
What did you do?
We need that as a drop on the channel for when someone
We
messes
need a
up.
drop.
What
Hey.
I need that. I definitely need that.
Hey, I went out to the car to grab these. I had left them in the car, but there's Boimler. Got Boimler here. And there's two I'm missing. I don't have Tendy or Rutherford. Or I don't have Rutherford or Badgie, but there's Tendy. And over here
No
is
idea these people are.
old Beckett Mariner.
No idea.
You haven't seen Lower Decks?
No.
Oh my God, you gotta
It's
watch Lower
Brian's
Decks.
fault. Brian got me interested in Star Trek again, Picard, and then he wouldn't watch Strange New World, so I didn't watch the rest. I was gonna watch it all. I still can. I was gonna do watch parties for Strange New World season 2. He's like, nah.
Look, I love Brian. I love Brian. But
I
he
love
is
you,
the-
Brian.
He
I know-
is
Enjoy
I
your
love-
retirement, but we're gonna drag you back. But the thing is, I was ready to watch Strange New World season 2 with you, and then because we watched Picard together, he was loving the watch party. He's like, "No, I'm good." And I'm like, "What?"
Look,
I got Paramount Plus and everything for that.
I love Brian, but he is the Snyder bro of Star Trek. If he can't have the one limited
Wait, repeat that.
He's the Snyder bro of Star Trek. If he can't have that one little tiny limited thing that he wants, screw the rest of the franchise.
Oh wow!
like-
Oh my.
I love the guy, but he's the Snyder bro of Star Trek.
As
I
I
want-
slowly turn to walk away.
Yeah,
I still want to.
I did not say anything. I did not say anything.
Be a man and
staying
watch
out
it
of it.
myself, Degrassi. I wanted to watch it with my friends. Star Trek with
Ooh.
friends. I could watch it with my wife or I could watch it by myself. But I got Paramount. I was getting into Star Trek. I was all excited.
I'll watch it with you, but I won't wait for you. I'm gonna.
Well,
watch
the
it.
other thing that's weird is I didn't see season 1, so I was like, I was just going to go fresh into season 2, and then now it's going to be season 3 by the time I see it.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I'll give it a shot.
And Lower Decks, you might not like Lower Decks though, because Lower Decks is a comedy, and so much of the comedy comes from Star Trek tropes and things that have happened before. If you're not well versed in Star Trek, you may not get a lot of the jokes.
Should we finally get to the main topic of the thumbnail?
Ooh, we have a main topic
Because we were talking about positive.
You have a
we were
thumbnail?
talking.
Wait. I thought we started with this and then it escalated to something else.
We were supposed to start and talk about positive DC news about the casting call for Supergirl.
Can we do that?
No, we basically
we
were like,
did
why? We started getting into the whole history of DC, besides talking about positive news that's actually happening.
Well, if anybody can clip that out from Twitter and send it to me, because I have no idea how to do it. That'd be really I really appreciate that, so we can use that as.
Where is it? Where is it on Twitter?
So
Yeah. What did you?
How do I find it?
Just check on my recent post.
All right, so Supergirl casting reportedly narrowed down to Millie Alcock and Meg
I'll
Donnelly.
tag you in it.
So this is pretty if people had questions about these rumors, which these are still rumors, look at what happened with Corn Sweat. All the rumors coming out about casting calls for Superman and Clark were pretty accurate. So these seem to be the final 2. There was 3 last week. Now it's down to 2. And I put a poll up, so I will reveal. If you haven't voted in the poll on this live stream, please do so, so we can see what I put a poll up for the live stream of who you think should be, who they think they should cast as Supergirl. Now I was all in.
Girl on the left. Sorry, what would I have seen the girl in the left?
I have no idea, and that's actually more intriguing to me, because at first I was and we're going to go down the line, so get your thoughts ready.
She's the voice. She was the voice actress for Supergirl in one of the animes, a couple of animes.
Well, at first I said Millie Alcock from House of Dragons because she did such a great job. But then I'm like, it'd be kind of good to get a fresh that I don't know yet. Like I don't know where I've seen her before.
She was Winchester's. She played there.
But I'm not
in the series.
And she was in the Disney Zombie.
Let's be real. House of Dragons has a bigger reach than Winchester's, right?
But Meg Donnelly starred in Zombies 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the upcoming Zombies 4.
Sorry, then get someone else because she's
American Housewife.
Zombies.
In High School Musical, the series, the musical, the series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's huge right now.
Yeah,
I know Degrassi. He makes all the corn sweat. But yes. So let me see what the article says, but I'm thinking more Meg Donnelly. And if I'm going to be superficial just based on the look, I think she kind of fits it better. They both fit, but I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking right now. Let's see what the article says. According to the THR screen test for the role of Supergirl, do not look at the ads for Always Pads. I don't know why it's up here. I have no idea. I am not.
Because usually you're Sandy Vagina?
No.
New sponsor for the show, everybody. Always. When you want that fresh feeling.
I have no idea.
And those extra wings for super absorbent days.
Super absorbent.
Maybe because we're looking at a Supergirl article. I don't know. Be a Supergirl, get a super Always. I have no idea.
Max, you might lose them as a sponsor in the future. Be careful.
I mean, they are good if in the apocalypse you put them on all the zombie shows. You put it on wounds and stuff, and they patch you right up. So,
well,
and if you ever run out of coffee filters and you need to make coffee,
what he's talking about?
Yeah, for coffee,
tampons, baby, tampons for nosebleeds.
All right, yeah.
Oh, my mistake.
Abomination, AJ, what up, people? Thank you. What Abomination? So. With sources saying the casting has been narrowed down to Millie Alcock and Meg Donnelly. DC Studios' James Gunn and Peter Safran were said to be present for the Supergirl test. Of course, the character is expected to be introduced to Supergirl's legacy before taking the lead in her own movie, Supergirl Woman Tomorrow.
Really?
Millie, Alcock, and Meg Donnelly were first mentioned as contenders for Supergirl role 2 weeks ago, along with Amelia Jones, lock and key. But she's since that first reports, no one's really talking about Amelia anymore.
I will say this. Height wise, Meg Donnelly is 5'3", and Alcock is 5'8".
Oh, okay, that's something.
That's a big height difference.
That's also to go along with, because of CJH, we found out that Corn Sweat's like 6'3" or 6'4". Would you want someone to, be they're going to be shorter, obviously, but somewhat a little bit taller for Corn?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think
Same family.
characters like Supergirl and Wonder Woman should be 5'8" and above. And
Why?
Wonder Woman should be 6 feet at least.
Wonder Woman's an Amazon. Supergirl
Yes.
is not.
Mhm.
Supergirl can be a petite woman if she. Let's not discriminate.
You could do that, Degrassi, because I can't mess.
I will
They
discriminate.
won't let me download any programs to my upstairs computer because it's also my work computer. I can't download anything. But you could do it on your router.
Well, she's 5'5" in comics, Supergirl.
There you go.
Yeah, so it really doesn't.
Yeah,
matter.
so it doesn't really matter her height.
And the sun makes her super strong. Who cares how tall she is?
What?
All right,
You don't care
guys,
about
are you
a
ready?
frail woman?
Are you ready? Are you ready?
What did you do? What did you do? What did you do?
Can you send me that,
Disney.
please? Thank you.
Disney.
I already
Yeah.
uploaded it. I already uploaded it to your profile, Bruce. If you go into your MME profile, it's
Yeah,
there.
but I can't bring it to my stream.
All right, in the private chat, give me your email address. I'll get it out to you.
Thank you.
I need that too. I need that so bad.
Yeah. Warner Brothers and Disney just struck the stream because of that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm hoping that's fast enough that they won't catch anything. I don't think it will, but I've been surprised by the YouTube copyright system before.
Oh, don't worry. If they don't strike your stream, we'll get you with something else.
We'll just get
Yeah.
Perp. Where is Perp, by the way?
He's tired
Uh,
after his
Yeah.
was it pre-show green room or whatever he's calling it,
He's very upset about the Barbie nominations or lack thereof.
the waiting room.
Let's get back to Supergirl. Woman of Tomorrow will be scripted by Anna Noguera, based on the Tom King comic series, same name. The search is still on for a director, but Gunn has teased that this version of Supergirl will be different. In our series, we want to see the difference between Superman, who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents from the time he was an infant, versus Supergirl, who was raised on a rock, a chip off Krypton, and watched everyone around her die and be killed in terrible ways for the first 14 years of her life, and then came to Earth when she was a young girl. Gunn said she's much more hardcore. She's not exactly the Supergirl we're used to seeing.
She sounds like Sasha, whatever, from The Flash.
I know it does. It does sound like...
I mean, she was the best part of The Flash, in my opinion, and she would have just been fine.
Mhm.
Well, and he's just reading the synopsis for Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. That's all it is.
Yeah.
If you want to insight into Supergirl, you should pick up those 6 or 7 issues and check it out.
Yeah, I've heard that's really good.
Really good.
Let me get to.
And it's on that site, Voltaire.
Oh wow! Thank you, everyone. We have 27 thumbs up. If anyone's watching on the replay, give us a thumbs up. We did 30 likes tonight. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
All
Thank
you
you,
Ninja
everyone.
watchers, too. You guys thumbs it up.
Oh, let me just give a shout out. Please check out Perp and CGH's show on Saturday. The after show, I believe it's called. They're going live on Saturday.
Okay, cool. Yes, definitely check out the after show. They've been, CGH has been. Did anyone check out my interview? CGH really gave me some hard questions there.
I haven't gotten around to it.
Go check it out. All right, so let me bring the poll up.
How many thumbs up do we have?
27.
Looks like 29 to me.
What?
Let me see.
That many?
I see 29.
Oh wow, 29
And
likes.
now it's 28 because I just took one away.
Oh, man.
Now we're back to 29. Who wants to be number 30? I'm watching. One of you
Wait.
could be number 30.
It's down to 28 again.
Well,
Ah,
so here, we also have 28 votes for who should be Supergirl. We should do polls more often.
Anthony, thumbs up.
Millie Alcock, Meg Donnelly. It's so close that I don't want to end it. I want to leave it up, see if it changes. So people watching on the I don't know if people on the replay they can do
Meg
they can
Donnelly.
vote.
I
They
don't think
can't vote though. on
You
the
have to
re-
do
I
it.
might as well end it. I guess.
yeah.
I'll leave it till the end of the show. We'll revisit it. But so far, people are going with Millie.
Because people have
Why?
seen Millie act.
Yeah, that's true.
I've never heard of her before.
Well, you
Like
haven't watched.
Meg Donnelly, I know quite well, but I've never heard of the other
House
one.
of Dragons was a very successful
Very
show.
popular
Joe.
show.
A lot of
What-
people were introduced to this actress from that.
When are we doing a Crisis
Yeah,
on
go
Infinite
for it.
Earth watch party?
Of the animated movie.
Yeah, the first part.
Oh, by the way, I just watched this today, All-Star Superman, the animated
Yes.
movie. Oh my god, garbage. Pure garbage.
That's-
Did you watch this?
That's what
don't-
I
you
thought
don't- you
James
didn't like
Gunn was
that?
inspiring for his project.
Well, then that doesn't bode well. Then I lose faith in Gunn. This opens with a man mission just to the sun. Hello?
That's actually a good point.
Physics here? You
Isn't
can't go
that-
to the sun.
Bruce,
What the hell?
Isn't that what Gunn's
Yes, that's
is
one of the best-
inspiration?
That's one of the best-selling Superman series. Also,
But you
Superman
didn't
in
see the
comics.
animated though.
I seen it. It was okay. It's not the Superman I like, but a lot of people do like that version of Superman.
Annoyed the shit out of me. What the hell? Jimmy Olsen's in a dress, and then they say to him, "Why are you in
Why?
a dress?" And he's like, "No reason given. It's just he just wore a dress." All right, okay,
No,
yeah.
I gotta watch this now. This Superman All Stars. Oh yeah, there it is. It's on Max. Everybody, if you want to stream it.
Ugh.
It's from 2008. It's a 12-issue limited series. If you want to read the book, it's
You know, the
written by
problem is that's
Grant
the
Morrison,
problem.
the
That's
God.
the problem.
Grant
It's written by
Morrison.
Grant Morrison.
Hey! They
Hate Grant Morrison.
Really? Why?
He's always so like his stories are just weird. Like I hated his run on Justice League.
You didn't like the Justice League run? Oh my heart hurts. My heart hurts. I'm coming to you, Elizabeth. I'm coming. Did you get that, Joe?
Oh, I got it.
All right.
My family hates me. My family hates me because we can't go to the zoo. Every time we pass the red foxes, I go, Elizabeth, and they're like, they just roll their eyes. They're like, every time he can't pass the red foxes.
Oh wow. There's actually let me I'm gonna do a clip out of this. There's actually controversy about the Roadhouse movie.
Oh my god. Yeah. Well,
Let me
there's.
bring-
You know,
No,
They're
this
remaking
is,
a classic.
this is unfortunate. You know how Joe doesn't give streaming movies a chance.
Open
put
up your heart and
emphasis
let
about,
the
is it in
facts
theaters?
crazy
It's not in
Christmas.
theaters. Oh, you know how he
Mhm.
does that little thing?
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
apparently the director also thinks it should be in theaters, and there's some issues with the release.
Oh, there you go.
Let me bring up this article here. I just saw this. Hold on. It's on.
I am surprised that it's straight to Amazon. I am. Surprised.
Well, the director's not happy.
Mhm.
Let me bring it up here. The director is boycotting the
What?
premiere. Yes, that's pretty
What?
intense. Let's get to it. Yeah. So, Roadhouse director Doug Lehman boycotting South by Southwest premiere in protest of Amazon not giving the movie a theatrical release.
It's a Doug Lyman movie.
So the director
thank you.
thought it was getting a theatrical release. So this was not
Well-
designed to be straight.
Well,
to
it might.
streaming. That is not a good sign. I'm sorry.
Here's like, remember what happened with Prey? Prey
Mm.
eventually got digital only because of previous. Maybe this started out. Some of these projects start out with intention of being theatrical, and then eventually they get shopped around, and then a streamer picks it up,
I got to be honest.
It may have been. It's not always. It's really not up to the director sometimes of where it gets released.
I'm
thinking the movie was years in development. This reboot.
I'm more interested now that I see Doug Liman's the director because
you weren't going to give it a shot because it's streaming.
Well, yeah, but
now Joe's taking up this cause because Doug Liman is protesting because it's not getting a theatrical. Look at Joe's going to champion.
No, I love Go. 1999's Go. Have you seen Go, Max? Have you seen Go?
God damn, that's a good movie.
That's a
great all the Pulp Fiction ripoffs that came out after Pulp Fiction. That one was actually good.
And that was the movie that gave us the hit song, "If You Steal My Sunshine."
I love that song too, Joe.
Yes,
I'm not
gonna...
let's look a little bit into this to see if we get any more details about like how the director and Amazon got on completely different pages on this release. The upcoming Roadhouse remake is set to premiere at the upcoming South by Southwest Film Festival, but director Doug Liman won't be attending. This isn't down to any scheduling issue because he's busy on another project, but a purposeful choice to protest Amazon not giving Roadhouse a theatrical release.
I'm not going to the premiere.
I would never not go to a premiere in my own movie. That's pretty.
Fraggle Rock. How do you hate Fraggle Rock?
Yeah,
that's weird. I don't know how you hate Fraggle Rock.
In a guest column for Deadline, Doug Liman explained that he won't be attending the Roadhouse premiere despite considering it to be one of his best movies. When Roadhouse opens the South by Southwest Film Festival, I won't be attending. The movie is fantastic. Maybe my best. And I'm sure it will bring the house down and possibly have the audience dancing in their seats during the end credits. But I will not be there.
I will not be there.
My plan to silently protest. You're not silent if you're giving this interview.
That's a good point.
Silently protest. Listen, I'm for him. I want it to be a theatrical too, but you're not being silent if you're having this interview. Amazon's decision to stream a movie so clearly made for the big screen. But Amazon is hurting way more than just me and my film. If I don't speak up about Amazon, who will? So here we go.
God.
So Doug Liman is taking up a cause for a lot of Amazon talent, apparently.
Like, watch out.
A lot of people are upset. No, potentially a lot of people working on projects for Amazon are upset, seems like.
So I hope this is a situation where he negotiated his movie will eventually get a theatrical release. I hope this is not just a surprise. Be like, got you. It's not going to be in theatrical. If that's the issue, then I'm 100% behind him. But if he did not negotiate from the get-go when making a deal with Amazon that he wants a theatrical release,
well, we don't
that's on him.
that because a lot of things are contracts are set up and then they get sold to someone else and people change the contracts. So it's not necessarily. I would assume that he would set it up originally to be theatrical, and then it got passed around.
So yeah, if he got screwed over because of something like that or something else, then okay, then I feel for him. But like, if you were walking into a streaming service expecting your movie to get a theatrical release on a streaming service, you played yourself.
So Roadhouse is reportedly tested higher than any movie in Liman's career, more than Mr. and Mrs. Smith and The Bourne Identity.
Wow, that's something.
Feels that it could be a smash hit in theaters if Amazon will allow it. Contrary to their public statements, Amazon has no interest in supporting cinemas. Amazon will exclusively stream Roadhouse on Amazon Prime. Amazon asked me and the film community to trust them and their public statements about supporting cinemas, and they turned around and are using Roadhouse to sell plumbing fixtures.
Get the hell out of here. Why would you believe Amazon wants to support theaters? It's the exact opposite. They have a streaming.
They've been supporting theaters. Air went to theaters.
I mean, if he believes what they said publicly and didn't have behind the scenes have it in his contract for this movie, then he's an idiot.
It's actually surprising
because public PR is completely different than actual contracts.
It's actually surprising Amazon wouldn't put it in theaters because Amazon has been putting most of their original movies in theaters first, and then they perform better on streaming after they've had a theatrical run.
Which movies do they do that to?
Air,
Air, yeah.
And Air, they said lost money in the theaters, but that was okay. That was by design because they knew just the fact they put it in theaters would give it more prestige when it hit Amazon Prime. And they did it with the Kumail Nanjiani movie. What was it? The Big Sick? That was another one.
I'm definitely going to watch this now.
Well,
I was going to watch it. I was going to watch it before, but not only does this voice-deprived Jake Gyllenhaal, who Lyman says gave a career best performance.
In Roadhouse playing a bouncer.
If we don't put tentpole movies in theaters, there won't be movie theaters in the future.
Yeah, and look, it's debuting on my birthday.
There is something
Hey.
weird going on, though, that they are not. A lot of these projects that aren't sequels, reboots, or part of universes are not getting theatrical. There was just that biker movie with the guy that played Elvis, and there was another movie that got. There was that. What was that other
Biker
movie?
Boys or a bike?
Yeah,
something.
yeah, and then there was another movie that just got bounced from its theatrical release window.
Rebel
Robert
Moon.
Pattinson's movie. That's not Batman. That had a theatrical release date, and then they're like, maybe not. So this is consistently happening. It's very unfortunate. To be fair, though, as much as people say I'm tired of superhero movies, I'm tired of reboots and sequels, when stuff comes out, they really don't see that.
There's a movie out in theaters right now that I can't recommend enough. And actually, Perp told me. Perp's like, you got to go on and pimp that movie since you saw it. ISS. ISS is playing right now. It's a little low budget film, has no name stars. It's not getting a lot of promotion, and it is a damn good movie. Have you seen the trailers?
No.
It's the 3 Russian astronauts and 3 American astronauts are on the International Space Station working together on, they're scientists, they're astronauts, they're working together in peace on the station. War breaks out on Earth between Russia and the US. Both sides get messages from their respective governments that they're to take the space station by any means necessary.
Oh, I seen that trailer, I believe.
It is great. I already bought it. I pre-ordered it I went on Vudu and pre-ordered the digital copy, but no one's going to see this because it's some little low budget thing that's got no promotion behind it. And it's terrific.
All right. Thank you for sharing, Joe. I'll check that out.
Oh, before I go, because
you're going.
Yeah, the flu's kicking my ass right now. Why am I breathing?
Kick yours right now too.
Just wanted to say, Anthony Beltray won the giveaway for last week. I mailed it out today for you, so it should be there, and that was this Static Season 1, 9.8.
It's funny, Anthony wins 75% of your giveaways,
and he doesn't give it to me.
Oh no! And then if I stream tomorrow night at 10 or 10:30, I will be giving away 2 copies of the sold out Ultimate Spider-Man #1.
Ooh,
that's a nice
new
cover.
Peter Parker, new Mary Jane, and their new kids.
What does that mean, new Peter Parker?
It's in an it's in a multiverse universe.
But he's still named Peter Parker?
Yeah. The thing, he didn't become Peter Parker till he's 35.
No, that's an interesting concept.
So he's married and have kids, and he gets
Anthony,
handed the spider.
Next one you win is mine. Give it to me.
I actually had an idea for a fun contest for Crazy Joe Adventures. Let me get you guys' opinion on this.
Yes.
Remember Wizard Magazine? Back in the day, Wizard Magazine.
Yeah.
Bruce, for you remember Wizard Magazine.
Yes.
They used to have an annual scavenger hunt where they would give you a list of things you had to find and you would mail them in and they would pick a winner of their annual scavenger hunt. And it was always fun. Like you always had to find crazy things for them. I was thinking of having the Crazy Joe Adventures scavenger hunt, coming up with a list, giving everyone a P.O. box where they can mail their items into, and see who can collect the most of these weird things and give away a prize.
Ooh.
What do you think? Would you guys, do you think that would be a fun thing, the Crazy Joe Adventure scavenger hunt?
Yeah, that sounds cool. You just got to get people to leave their houses.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it going to be an online scavenger hunt or what are you doing?
No, you got to find stuff. Like I remember one of the things, in fact, you know what? I'll give you a sneak preview. I'll put this on my list too. But one of the items I had to get from Wizard was a business card for a proctologist. So I had to find a proctologist office, go in, get a copy of their business card. And I think I'm going to put that on my list.
I'm not doing that. I have to take my dad to all kinds of doctors. I'm not going to go to doctors I don't need to go to.
It's funny. Wizard is probably most known for being the ones that created a top 10 list for comics the casting couch where actors will play what roles as comic book heroes. You know, Wizard doesn't get enough credit for all they did for the industry.
What was the president of Wizards' name? Gareth Seamus or something?
Oh, I don't know.
Good name for the president of Wizard.
All right, I need before you go, Bruce. AI needs to stop. I don't need to see everything. I can't unsee this.
I don't understand what that is.
It's Michael Jackson Angelo.
Oh, that is Michael Jackson. Okay. What's that got to do with anything?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
People just boy using AI. For
Wait a second, Max. Did you see the tweet I reposted for you that I tagged you in?
I'll check it out. But AI needs to stop. I'm also sick of the real glossy look of AI. I'm so over it. So
I don't understand what the point of making this is.
But I do think that is a way to restore the Snyderverse. Just make it yourself in the future. AI technology is going to get to a place there's enough of Cavill and Ben Affleck and Gal to just film and then do deep fake technology on certain scenes. They could just do it, make it yourself with all this energy.
You know what would be a good name for the editor in chief?
What is it? Wait. Hold on.
See this?
What? Supergirl. Yeah.
Yay.
I knew that already.
Is she gonna wear that little skirt? I hope so.
But why is that so crazy? Why is that so crazy? AI technology is gonna. There's enough footage of all the Justice League and Darkseid that they could do AI.
You know what would be a good name for the? You know what would be a good name for the editor of Wizard magazine? Dumbledore
or Gandalf. Yeah, Max, you want to replace real actors with animation. That's always been your goal.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Just like they do deep fake videos, they have an actor film there, just like they did Luke. Like they did Luke in the Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett, where they had an actor stand in and they did the face over. They could do that with Cavill and Affleck.
I will say this. One of my fears about AI came true this past Tuesday. This past weekend. In New Hampshire, somebody did robocalls of an AI Joe Biden telling people to stay home and not vote.
Stay home. Don't vote. Don't do it.
That's the evils of AI when they start using it to tell people not to use their constitutional right to vote. That's bad.
And you know what? That works on senior citizens, like all that crap. So that's not nice at all. I don't agree with that. I don't endorse that.
To be fair, they were already staying home because they're Joe Biden supporters.
Yeah, well, it's freezing out too. You know?
Well, actually, Joe Biden got the most votes, more than Obama did, and he wasn't even on the ballot. Just Biden.
Somehow I got more votes than Obama.
Well, I would like to get not to get political, but I would like to get the numbers of how many votes Trump got in the Republican primary to how many votes Biden got in the Democratic primary. See how many Democrats voted compared to
Bruce Fur is right, though. Joe Biden got more than Obama, not just overall votes. He got more black votes than Obama did somehow.
Yes.
I'm sure that's 100%.
Me personally, I don't have derangement syndrome either way. I want to get rid of all this baggage. I want some fresh candidates on both sides. Like I would like Haley and Dean Phillips to be battling it out instead of Trump v. Biden again. Honestly, me. That's
Careful,
how I would
Max,
go.
you're delving into dangerous territory.
Why?
Talking politics on this show.
No, I'm just saying. Is it? Can people give me at least a pass to say I'm sick of all these old politicians? I don't think.
People said,
I mean, people said we were so much better when Trump was there. I want to do better than that.
Max, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. We need fresh blood. That's why we need William Shatner to run.
No.
Why not?
I would vote for William Shatner.
He's Canadian. He can't run, Joe.
I would vote for Mark
we'll
Hamill.
Exception.
Mark Hamill, let's go.
I think
that would be awful.
You guys totally missed the joke that I said we need fresh blood.
I don't like either side. They've all failed us.
We got it, Joe.
They've all failed us, Anthony. I actually saw an interesting thing with the no labels, people behind the no labels. Have you heard of that? They want to have a third choice where the Republicans or Democrats could go under the no labels.
Oh, I wish there was a legitimate third party in this country. I would love that.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm voting my party's candidate. I am a proud member of the Pajama Party, and I would be voting for
No, if there was a pajama party, I would join that. Yes.
I'm torn, though, because sometimes I think the pizza party might be more fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have to go to the pizza party. Over
I would like to get some fresh ideas and some fresh energy. It's just, it all seems stale. I'm so tired of revisiting old grudges.
You're right. We need James Gunn.
And across the board, we're not getting, I'm going to move on because we don't want to get political on the show. And I really, really do think that. But where we're getting to a point where you won't even debate even each other, because if they are the candidates, which unfortunately it looks like we're getting the same matchup, they are not even going to debate each other.
How do you know that?
As far as we know, through the track record of how they've done with the primaries, Biden won't even admit there's other challengers.
What do you mean?
Trump legally shouldn't debate anyone because someone's going to ask him something he shouldn't say with all his court cases.
What do you mean he doesn't acknowledge other candidates?
Dean Phillips and Marianne Williamson?
They were Dean Phillips, he was on the ballot in New Hampshire.
They only recently recognized that major news places only recently admitted that he existed. They tried to get him taken off of ballots. Do you know
tried
that?
to get him taken off of ballots? If you don't meet a certain threshold, you don't appear. The same thing with the Republicans. There was tons of Republicans.
There was a lot of BS happening with Democrat primaries where they won't even let things happen.
What are you talking about, Mac?
I've been watching news about it. Watch Dean Phillips interviews. They tried to sabotage some primaries in different states. They said we're not even going to have a primary. We just have Joe. They surpassed the primary process.
I don't want the nomination.
What?
I don't want the nomination.
Why, Joe? You don't want people to get into your background too much?
No, I'm supporting Gun Saffron 24.
Gun Saffron. No, this is. I mean, I'm not going to bring up the articles. This actually happened.
Has he refused to debate anyone?
They hasn't even acknowledged them. So yes, they asked to debate him consistently.
You have to meet a certain threshold, Max. That's not how it works. You just don't get
when there's an incumbent president, do they usually have a primary when there's an incumbent president?
No,
yeah,
not really.
Not really.
Not really, Max. They don't do that very often. Yeah. But there are other candidates. Max is right, and nobody knows about them.
They're third-party candidates.
They're Democrats.
No Democratic candidates.
There's a couple. Just that the party's not
Marianne Williamson and Dean Phillips, and also Cenk Uygur, which I didn't even mention his name because he's having trouble getting on because he's a naturalized citizen, not So he's trying to do court battles just to go through that process because But yes, and Phillips I believe got like 20%.
19.6.
They're finally giving him some airtime now, right before the New Hampshire.
But the problem with that was Biden wasn't on the ballot for New Hampshire. He was, and Biden still won 50. What was it? 50. I'm sorry.
Yeah, an incumbent going against unknown.
He won 55%, even though he wasn't on the ballot. People wrote his name in. He wasn't on the ballot, Max.
Yeah. So. Everybody, historically speaking, incumbent presidents in this country win re-election almost always, unless there's some kind of anomaly like COVID or the economy is crashing. Not like people say the economy is crashing now, but I mean really bad economy crashing. So, I mean, what's that?
First Bush,
Jimmy Carter,
Did you see this? Look, we got a perfectly good candidate right here, Vermin Supreme.
No, sorry.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna head off to bed, guys.
On that note.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Dia. We got into politics. We should have got it.
Yeah, it was just about the AI stuff. That's all I was bringing up. I didn't want it to go either way. I'm sorry about that.
Everybody, don't vote tonight. Stay home. Don't do it.
I hate that playing on the elderly.
Yeah, no, I hate it too. My parents got that call from the IRS and they believed it. You know, that fake thing. We're an IRS agent. Call us back or to settle your debt. They didn't call. They called me. But you know,
Joe Biden preying on the elderly is called Joe Biden preying on people 10 years younger than him.
oh boy, oh boy.
I thought you were going to say cannibalism, but
Because he's old.
Really, Degrassi? I haven't heard that about.
401k. I will say this.
Degrassi, don't talk about that compared to when Trump was in office. I'm not pro anything, but my 401k was way better when prior administration was going.
Yeah. It's not great, though. Economy's not great either. It's not as bad or as good as people say in either side.
Well, we did hit record highs
What's
on the
next, Cal?
Dow.
We should move on, though. Do we want to do more articles? Good news of Twitter. I still have the mailbag.
Twitter.
You know what? I gotta do mailbag first because it's been like 3 streams and I didn't finish. So let me do the mailbag first, and then we'll do some good news of Twitter.
Let me get out of here before I go and just.
That was coming. Let me get out of here.
I was full. That left like 20 minutes ago.
I
Baby.
know.
You don't want to be here for the mailbag?
No, I can see your mailbag later, baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you've got his email now.
Oh God, I do not. I will accept all pictures at any time of the day. I will be giving this away tomorrow on my stream at 10:30. I don't know what time. Hopefully, if you guys want to hop on, you can. Just send me an email. I'm out.
And Christopher will be telling more stories about him in a locker room full of dudes again.
Yes, that's cool.
What else happened there?
Speaking of which,
did it look like this? Was everyone?
No, we all have blue uniforms.
Even the finger guns in the
blue uniforms. We don't do that stuff in uniform. We take them off first.
Okay.
I still can't get over that Joe happened to be wearing black.
Joe, you do.
Oh, I can actually see it behind you, Max.
Joe, yeah, my wife was really concerned. Not that she's, she's very progressive too, but she's like, do you want to tell me anything here? What's going on here?
Christine
She had a lot of questions.
Christine loved it when she heard that you actually
first Bruce is spending the night, and she's like, okay, whatever, in my bed. And then Joe's sending me pictures. She's like, "What is going on?"
Bruce, stick around for just give me like 2.5 minutes. Hang on a second. Don't leave.
Max told me the same thing, and I was in trouble.
Oh no, you're gonna hang on. I gotta go grab something. I'll be right back.
If your wife said that to you, Bruce is sleeping over, and then that picture, she's gonna think you have a certain proclivity towards a certain type of man too.
Yes, hairy black man.
Everybody's got a type.
Yes, she is. Mm-hmm. She did. No, she really is like. She did a double take.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "What is this?" Like that. She said it like that. I'm like, "It's great." I said, "Actually, it's really funny. It's from my good friend, who you met. We went to O'Charlie's. When Joe was meeting Dolph Lundgren at a convention."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I asked them to sign it, and I'm going to put it on my wall. And she's like, what?
Is Dolph Lundgren still whining about Aquaman?
You know what? If I made art and I liked it and then the studio interfered, I would be complaining too. I don't know why people side with the corporate side, all the side, in the big company side of like, yes, smash art. Only the release is what we did was look at the Flash reactions from Nicolas Cage and everyone else. That what they're doing is not well liked by a lot of the people, the artists included in these projects.
I was looking for my sexy calendar. I have a sexy 12-month calendar.
Chippendales?
No, it's of me.
Oh,
pictures of me.
Hey, everybody, doing that.
Oh, just so you guys know, we're going to be doing an MME calendar, and Joe's going to be the cover model.
Well, I can show you, I can send you the pictures from my.
And the name of the calendar will be MME Bareback.
I insist on that.
What are you doing, Joe?
I'm trying to see if I
I know you do. I know you do.
All right, let me bring up the mailbag. Okay, so Isaac, the biggest movie fan, who made his appearance on MME last Sunday night.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed that.
What are your thoughts on the plot for Mufasa? I don't remember. Did we cover the plot for Mufasa? I'm just assuming it's the prequel of him growing up. I'm okay with it. I would rather them do Mufasa than Lion King 2, honestly. You know. So I'm okay with it's going to be focused on him growing up, I believe. It's a prequel, right? Yeah, it has to be a prequel. He dies in Lion King. What am I saying? Yes, it is a prequel.
He could be
So
a Force ghost.
I mean, if they
Oh,
honestly want to make it, it's better than. I don't have high hopes though. Honestly, like I was looking forward to Hercules, but unfortunately, that's going to be on the back burner because they lost the director, Guy Ritchie. Guy Ritchie was going to do Hercules. Lion King 2 is really good, though. It is, yes. But do you really want to see them butcher that after they did the remake of the first Lion King? I'd rather them try something different.
The first one was the same as the original. Like there was no difference.
Guy Ritchie doing a Disney live action just seems weird.
He already did it with Aladdin. I thought the same thing until Aladdin. I really liked Aladdin.
I haven't seen it. Okay.
I can't find
Who
it.
put that on? How do I?
Oh, here we go.
Okay. So thank you, Isaac. I appreciate that. Jacob McKenzie, thoughts on cinematographer Greg Fraser giving an update on Batman Part 2? Sure. I mean, who knows? With strikes and COVID at this point, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'd really love to be doing another Batman movie because I love Matt. I love that film. I don't think there's any concern that they're going to make a Batman 2 at least. Now, if the Batman 2 doesn't succeed, I don't know if they'll finish the trilogy, but Batman 1 was well regarded and it made decent money. It didn't make amazing money, but it made decent. Anyone else have any doubts if they're going to be making Batman 2? I have no doubt they're going to make that.
Robert Pattinson Batman 2? Of course they are.
Especially if they're expanding the universe with the Penguin show.
Yeah, that's happening.
Yeah.
Why are you changing it to your channel, Joe?
Well, because I'm I'll turn it back, but I couldn't find the calendar, but I found oh wait, it went back again.
I'll change it. I changed it back. Okay, I changed it.
All right, hang on. Oh man, I was in the middle of uploading a picture and it went away. All right, hang on.
All right,
all right. So I can't find the calendar, but I found the photo shoot. So I was going to a Christmas party and they said bring an inappropriate gift. And I'm like, what's a good
gift? Yes, and I remember this story.
I told you this before. So somebody said, why don't you take like a what do you call it? Like a calendar with like pictures of sexy men, like firemen or something. And I said, that's a good idea, but it'll be better if it's me. So there you go.
Good God,
no, God, Joe.
Joe, did you tell me you did the George Costanza pose from Seinfeld?
Look at that, I'm reading the Bible.
Let's see how the live viewers goes down. No offense, Joe.
Decorating the tree. There you go. You can use this as the background. That could be the next. I can do this autograph.
If
you want this autograph?
If I actually put this picture up, my wife would be really freaked out.
I'll sign it.
No, I don't want that one signed. That's too much. I like the one you sent me. That's okay. If you sent that signed, and I might,
all you needed in those
call from a lawyer.
All you needed in those pictures was a leather harness, Joe. A leather harness could be a leather daddy.
Get some assless chaps going. You be right up.
All
there.
chaps are assless once I'm done.
Okay.
Look, I'm having coffee. I'm drinking the Bible. Reading the Bible.
You're drinking
it in, yeah.
No, don't show that one. That's too much. I don't want to see.
Is that a preparation next to you?
I don't want to see side ass. I don't want to see your side ass. Look at that.
Why did you put the preparation H there?
The entertainment magazine is not big enough.
Because it's funnier.
It is funnier. It certainly
It would be
is.
No,
like
stop showing it, please. I don't. Joe, this is why I quit last night. Please get yourself off the toilet, off my screen, please. I don't
prefer the
need to see
bar.
it. It worked, but please don't show the one on the toilet.
This is a much more wholesome picture.
I like the blues. I like
Demonetized again. From yes, exactly. For a toilet picture.
You should send those pictures to all MME members.
No,
for reference.
not unsolicited pictures. I'll be getting all kinds of complaints. Are you seriously, Bruce?
And Joe, you had that made up into a calendar?
Yeah, I got the calendar somewhere. It's
I got to say, I respect the hell out of the effort to do that. That's something.
That is something. Yes.
The best part is my mom found the calendar, and she said it was a disgrace. She saw it. She goes, "This is a disgrace."
Really?
And then she
really
says,
was
right.
she says to my wife, she goes, "Christine, did you see the calendar he made?" And Christine goes, "Who do you think took all the pictures?"
Who took all the pictures?
Oh, here's a let me share this.
I don't want any more sharing.
The cast of Star Wars original.
I know. I tweeted this on Twitter.
When'd you do that?
I really like 70s style. Like, it's a good style. I really miss that. I wish we were like get that back.
Mark Hamill was just like, do I belong here?
No, nothing's rolling in right now at all.
Look, Mark Hamill brought his boy with him.
Sticks said, "I thought bears hibernated during the winter." Okay.
Well,
so
the
let's
actor
get back
plays
to
3PO is that tall, eh? Wow.
All right. So Jacob McKenzie, thoughts on the first opening weekend box office forecast from Adam Webb has the Sony film opening with 25 to 35 million at the domestic box office. I think it's going to surpass that. I think it's going to be a surprise. I think people are going to show up for the ladies. I think they will. I think they like what's her name, the main actress, and then also the one that was in that romantic comedy recently.
And wait until they find out they changed the motto.
Yeah, that's gonna be cringe.
Cringe isn't a thing.
This movie's
Every
gonna be
time
a
you
block-
say that, I cringe. Every time you say it's not a cringe, I cringe.
Like
How do you feel about toilet picks? Are they cringe? Or are they?
I
excited?
cringed at your half of the photos for your calendar. A man who doesn't think cringe exists makes a calendar like that.
Well, come on, that's sophisticated comedy. That's not cringe. That
No.
It is. I mean, you can see the detail that was put into that. It was.
I mean,
like,
the preparation age, like the man put
preparation age.
You know,
Like,
if I didn't
reading the Bible.
if I didn't know that was,
controversial with
if I wouldn't have known that was Joe in those pictures, if his face would have been covered, I'm like, oh my.
Yeah. There you go. Some people, yeah. And you know, like really appreciate it. Like I mean, like he could have done the reading the book, he could have had War and Peace, or he could have had he chose the Bible. Like that's a very controversial choice, but you know, I respect the comedy again. It's like a George Carlin type of thing.
All right, yeah.
He doesn't care whose feathers he ruffles.
Jacob McKenzie, thoughts on Lucy Liu? Doesn't think Charlie's Angels 3 will ever get made. I honestly don't know how that's going to be feasible.
Good night, guys. I gotta go.
It's such all right. Good night, Bruce. It's such a strange thing to think about. Times have changed so much since then. I actually think they should do it. That'd be fun to see.
They already rebooted.
Yeah,
it's already been rebooted. It's very rare that they unboot something. Once something's been rebooted, it's very rare that they unboot it again.
Yeah, but I'd like to see it. I don't think it's going to happen though. No.
Yeah, but Joe's right. Have they ever done that before? Unreboot something?
Unboot. I wish they would for Hellboy.
Ghostbusters got unbooted.
Oh, good
yeah,
point.
Ghostbusters. Yeah. So did Terminator. Hey, Bradley, how's it going? Nice seeing you as well. Thank you.
I don't think they ever unbooted Terminator. They just kept rebooting it. It was like one reboot.
They kind of unbooted it. All right. So that I would like to see it, but I mean, it's not going to happen. Jacob McKenzie says thoughts on Vincent D'Onofrio. Says leakers snuck in as extras onto the set of Daredevil Born Again to take set photos and leak them. Last time there were a bunch of extras who were just there to sneak photos, which just never happens. I'll be honest. I like leaks when it's something I'm looking forward to. I really dislike people on the internet that use leaks to damage movies, to use it as ammunition.
Oh,
But
like the Flash?
mine's more of the excitement of I can't wait. I really want to see Daredevil. Do they mean before they revamped it though? Like the first version of Daredevil? I don't know. I still want to see either way, honestly. Maybe they mean like the first version that's already defunct now. Then I would kind of really want to see what they didn't do, What do you think, Voltaire?
I mean, I'm always interested in what they leave on the cutting room floor, truthfully. It just makes it more intriguing to me, but yeah.
Hey, Isaac, if you're interested, I can get you any one of those pictures in an 8x10 autographed. Just let me know.
He's a younger viewer, Joe, so those are some
He means it, Isaac.
pictures.
He means it.
Isn't he over 18?
I don't know. I think maybe.
I'm
I
wearing
think so.
clothes.
I think so.
Yeah, don't take a risk, Joe.
Yeah.
I'll just
Jacob,
send him to Max. I'll just send them all to Max.
if you keep sending one like a photo a month, I'm gonna get a divorce.
And no, because
You
I'll
gotta
sign
do
it.
that now.
Because I'll sign it to Max and wife.
You gotta put per your request and then sign it, Love Joe.
Or your Jacob says thoughts on a sequel to the Polar Express is being worked out now. Honestly, I never watched the first one. That type of animation looks bad to me.
They made a great joke about it in the Chip and Dale movie. Did you watch the Chip and Dale movie last year on Disney?
Yeah,
Plus?
but I don't remember it. I enjoyed it, but I don't remember the Polar Express joke.
They had the Seth Rogen character. They couldn't tell if he was looking at them because he had that like uncanny valley face, and they're like, "Are you looking at us?" Yeah, I'm looking right at you. I can't tell.
Yeah, I don't like that type of animation, and it's a shame because isn't Zemeckis behind that? He was behind Back to the Future too, right?
Yeah, Zemeckis made every one of those. Those mocap movies,
and I don't understand it because he has such usually good taste in other mediums, but when he got to CG, it was just off.
Zemeckis made my 3 favorite movies of all time: the Back to the Future trilogy. 3 favorite movies of all time, but we cannot pretend Robert Zemeckis is the same guy he used to be. Robert Zemeckis hasn't made a good movie in over a decade. He did all those. He did Mars Needs Moms and
that was awful.
Carol, all those weird mocap movies. But then when he got back to live action, he did that Steve Carell movie. What was it? Welcome to Marwin or whatever it was called. Horrible. And I didn't see it, but then he did the Pinocchio movie for Disney Plus that everybody said is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened to Zemeckis. He used to be great.
It's just like, sometimes starving artists are the best artists once you settled in, and not everyone keeps that same quality all through their career.
Tarantino said directors don't get better with age. That's why he's bailing out at 10 movies.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of been true for some of my favorite. Like David Lynch he's lost his fastball, but as the time is
John Carpenter. Look at John Carpenter's later movies.
Yeah. And we're seeing it also with Scorsese too.
I shouldn't even say this. Look at Zack Snyder right now. His peak was the Snyder Cut. Army of Dead and Rebel Moon are fun, but not on the level. And I know they're not the budget.
Army of Dead that much, but people loved it, didn't they? I mean,
I liked it, but I haven't rewatched it. And then Rebel Moon, I was enjoying more, but it was not on the same level at all of his other stuff. And I hope he gets back to where he was, but I don't see him being a big impact in Hollywood anymore. I think he's like stuck to Netflix. At least until he comes out with a banger. Maybe his next Netflix project's a banger because it did good viewership, right? So if he does something really amazing on Netflix, maybe.
You forget how long he's been around, because when did 300 come out? That was like 98, 97, 98, something like that.
Yeah, Bradley, I agree. I was disappointed. I mean, I still think the longer cut's gonna be better, but it's just it's not great. And it's not enough to get him back to where he was making, because he was a big name movie director in Hollywood. He was releasing them in the theaters. I don't know what's going to get him back in the theaters. I don't know, Anthony. I don't think Scorsese's still making great movies. The Irishman and then Flowers for the Killer Moon, I thought was going to be great, but then I heard mixed results. I didn't see it.
Scorsese has lost the ability to edit himself. Like he's making movies that are just too long now.
So he could not get any studios. He didn't want to do Irish on Netflix. No studio would finance it. No studio would let him do what he wanted to do.
Fair point, Bradley. He should never be the DP for his films. Would like to see Martin, be DP for a film he hasn't written or directed. Yeah, I think he's doing too much. A lot of the trend in the industry is to get, and I don't know if it's for monetary gain, but your production company, and he does have Stone Quarry, his production company. So the pull is to write, direct, do everything for yourself, and then your company makes more money. But I kind of like it when a writer writes and a director directs. I kind of get annoyed with the trend writer-director. Now, James Gunn is a writer-director, but he's one of the good ones.
Tarantino?
They're few far between. Tarantino's a writer-director. Rian Johnson, I think, is a better director than a writer-director.
He's a good director. He's not a terrible writer.
Kevin Smith used to be a great writer, but not a great director.
But I mean, let's be real. The directors that take that upon themselves for the production company make a lot more money. Look at J.J. Abrams. He got his crew, and he makes so much money getting money not making DC movies.
I think these guys need editors that they trust, and I think they dump their editors, and they get final cut because of who they are as they get older. And I think that's kind of the problem.
No, to be fair, if I got to be completely honest, I am not just a Snyder fanboy. I think also, even though I really like the long stuff, that I like the extended cuts. Yeah, if that's can happen to directors as they go in their career, like you said, Scorsese's lost the ability to edit himself. It's pretty apparent that Zach's always had some issues editing himself, even when it's good. But yeah, he's lost that ability as well.
He's got his wife. Isn't his wife his editor?
His what?
Isn't his wife his editor?
What? Zack Snyder's wife?
Yeah,
no, she's a producer.
Editor?
No, not editor.
Okay.
This isn't George Lucas.
All right.
No, she's a producer of all his projects. Like, she helps produce the projects. Okay, so let's get. I don't know if I have. I don't know if I have energy to do good news at Twitter. We might just do a little bit because it's getting later.
I gotta run, but before I go, I saw the Jesse Eisenberg question there.
All right, we'll do that one.
But I have a good segue for a question I'd like to ask you guys.
All right.
Once we get done this.
Well, Jacob McKenzie says, Max, thoughts on Jesse Eisenberg was asked what advice he would give to Nicholas Hoult on playing Lex Luthor. Don't watch me. His serious suggestion after that was to go out and forge your own path. Whenever you play a role you feel connected to, there's no way around it. Anytime you do anything, even if it's a movie, it's a Hollywood kind of thing, you connect. I think that's great. I like Eisenberg. I like that Lex. I didn't enjoy it. It had to grow on me. You know, I didn't like it the first time, but as more times I watched BVS, I started really feel like he was a nuanced character, and I started thinking about the world and how Lex would be in current day, and I think it's pretty accurate.
I think so.
But I also love his advice as a joke, like don't watch me. But and then he kind of clarified in general that it's not always good to watch something, to forge your own path and connect to it in your way instead of trying to. You don't want to. Whenever you watch something else, you might be. It's natural that you might try to emulate instead of doing your own thing. You know.
Well, I think it's great advice because I hated his Lex Luthor, but I have a segue question for you. Today it came out that a convention taking, I think it's a convention in Maryland, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it wasn't Maryland. I don't know. There's a horror movie convention next month that is going to have not one, but two Lex Luthor actors in attendance. One of them is Michael Rosenbaum, and the other is Kevin Spacey.
Oh, they are bringing Kevin Spacey to it.
Kevin Spacey is making his first con appearance next month.
Is it Roadhouse?
I don't know. I mean, people reacted very negatively on the Facebook page when he was announced.
Yes, so yeah.
So the question is, what do you do in a case like this? What do you do in a case like that? Because
go get a signature.
There's no question. Sure. There's no question about it. I'm not saying whether
I'm not a judge and jury. I have no idea. I don't want to know about people's stuff.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm not saying whether he's guilty or not.
Get a signature, Joe.
In the court, I'm not going. But in the court, they didn't find him guilty. So what do? Do you bar him from things like this because people? I
think we've got to a place in this world that I don't want to be judging anyone unless someone's convicted. You know, I wouldn't be hanging out with them, but I would take the negotiator, or no, I would take a VHS copy of The Usual Suspects.
See, I'd go with Superman Returns, but what's the con? He's going to North Carolina, the Mad Monster Party convention in North Carolina, and it's next month, February 16th. So I don't know. I think it's kind of wild because I'll be honest with you, I think he's guilty. I do. I think he's guilty. But there's no question they didn't find him guilty. So when he had his day in court and the court said you're innocent, how do you handle that?
This is America. He's innocent.
I don't know.
And you know what? There's going to be no shortage of people lining up for his table, I bet.
Would you guys judge me if I got a signature? If I was there already, I wouldn't go for him. But if I was there already, and there wasn't a long line. Now, I wouldn't wait a long line for him, but
I don't know how much he's charging for a signature, but they said his price to get a picture with him is $250.
Oh, forget that. No way. No way. No, he's not worth that at all.
Did you think that interview he did with Tucker Carlson in character was
I didn't see that. I only saw a clip of it.
I don't believe in cringe, but if I did, that's the closest I would get to it right there.
So you admit it? Joe admits it's real.
I knew it.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
It's like I don't believe in Bigfoot either, but if Bigfoot were going to be there, he would show up at that interview.
Oh, look at Jade's even going hard when they suddenly pass. It's hard to convict. What? Some of his accusers passed?
King's Portal wants to get his copy of K-Pax signed.
Yeah, people love K-Pax.
Well, Jacob McKenzie. Okay, thanks, Joe.
I'm going to run.
All
right, so Jacob McKenzie proves I was right. Thoughts on Daredevil Born Again? Remember what I said? You know, well, it's 18 episodes. I'm like, they rebooted it. Who think it might? I don't necessarily think it's going to keep the 18 episodes. Even if they kept the original version of Daredevil Born Again, they might have split into 2 seasons or something based on the
bananas.
reception.
18 episodes is bananas.
Yeah. Oh, really? That is sus. I didn't know that.
Come on, not all of them. Did they really? Wow.
That's weird. Bradley says they. Multiple people passed? That's weird.
But you know what? I do know for a fact that somebody else backed out once they were put on the stand and they were like torn apart or something, or in deposition.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. Like I said, I will cover certain topics on Movie Talk, but it really annoys me. Like the Jonathan Major stuff really upset me too. I don't like, I hate this. This is a talented young person, very bad situation. Then people like pick sides and stuff. It just was a bad, volatile relationship. Doesn't excuse anything. But the thing that's frustrating is, like you gave an update on the results of that case, Voltaire. And his career is pretty much over. Will Smith gets another shot.
I don't get that. I don't get it.
But you know, he wasn't it wasn't. It's a complicated verdict. You know, people should try to be a little bit more nuanced when they talk about him too. You know, but he's done.
He's done.
Yeah.
He's done.
Okay, so let's get back to, and then let me be clear too. And whatever you talk about that, and you give any, I do not advocate violence or bad behavior towards anyone.
Mhm.
It's just a sad situation. Yeah, Bradley, you're not wrong. In the the director of Pulp Fiction, what's his name again?
Tarantino?
Tarantino. He defended Polanski, you know, at the Academy Awards like 10 years ago.
Did he?
So it's very, yeah. I rewatched the scene. It's very like people knew about this stuff and they just let things slide.
I don't know how you defend. I mean, I love Polanski's films, but if you,
Yeah.
I read the
No,
court
he
document on that case.
downplayed
Really
the
bad.
accusations. Really, you know, Tarantino even did that for Polanski.
Mm.
He was trying to say he should be able to accept the award for like when the piano came out or something.
Yeah. I agree. Majors played himself by being with that woman. I agree with you, Anthony.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone knew about Weinstein. Thoughts on Daredevil? Yeah,
but I'm not going to get into it. But go ahead. Sorry.
But thoughts on Daredevil no longer be each Marvel Netflix season was 13 episodes, and that'll be as long as the original series. I'm okay with that. I'd rather keep the quality high. Make sure you get it done right first. I'm sure if they do it right, I'm sure there's going to be a desire for a second season because Daredevil has become an A-list character after the Netflix series. Some comic book nerd gatekeepers like Bruce, the king of nerds, can't get past their gatekeeping of comics and realize when it is adapted for a different medium, sometimes the character changes, evolves, and becomes more popular. Bruce. So Daredevil has adapted, changed, and has become more popular. And wait till you see Daredevil and Kingpin in Spider-Man 4. And if they do Daredevil Born Again, Daredevil is going to be one of the best characters out there. I'm telling you. Right?
Yeah. I mean,
don't you see? And people gave me crap about like he's got similarities to like Bruce Wayne. He's not rich, but also you know, I also did some comparisons to Lex and Kingpin that I got that people got upset with me about, but I see some parallels there. Okay, but yeah, Daredevil is going to be a big savior to the MCU. It's more street level stuff. Is the medicine for all this multiverse stuff. Now, I'm not against the multiverse stuff, but my wife is, my cousin is, people on the street are. I did real interviews with people on the street, and they said they're tired of this multiverse stuff. You know?
Yeah. It's too much, truthfully. And the comics, they didn't learn from it. In the comics, it just messed everything up too.
But Daredevil is the medicine for the issues that people are having right now. More street level, more approachable, an easy in. People can understand this Kingpin character.
And Max, they've got a good actor playing him, and they've got a good villain, like you said. Like these are the key ingredients. You're right. It could be this. It could be the first really good Marvel.
Daredevil is not C tier. No. And you're right. Kingpin be the main villain, not some side piece. Yes.
Yeah, and let him kick some ass instead of getting beat up by little ladies.
No one wants to really talk about Mia Goth, and if they do, it's to give her a pass that they wouldn't give to others, so to speak, because she's a woman. If a man did that, let's be real. I hope it's not true. That also means that someone, let's be real though. If a male actor was accused of being overly aggressive and hitting an extra, the news wouldn't let go of that.
No.
Right?
No.
Now, I'm not saying she's guilty, but the coverage is a little suspect. And I think I don't know Mia Goth, but I know people talk about her all the time, especially in the horror genre. It was talked about a little bit, and people dropped this story. People dropped the Mia Goth story, which if she was innocent of it, you would think there would be updates, right?
Yeah, but how did she
People
kick a
wanna
guy
talk
in the
about it.
head? What does that mean? She kicked him in
I
the
don't
head?
know. Perp said he read into it more, and that the extra did actually go to the second unit director to complain first, and then she still did it. I don't know. I hope it's not true, but people are not covering it, and it's not equal. It's not equal. If this was a man, and
No,
I'm not
it's true.
against women. I'm not against women. I'm not. You got to say things like that when you bring this up, but
Yeah,
if
but
this was a male actor, they would not let this go like they
right.
did for Mia.
I just want to. I don't know anything about this, but like they say, he kicked her.
Well, let me
Have you
actually
ever-
see if there's an update.
have you
Let's
ever
do
seen,
the
like,
due diligence here.
you
Mia
ever
Goth.
noticed, like, let's say you accidentally stepped on a woman's foot, like her reaction will go, "Ow," and she'll punch you. You know, sometimes women do that. You know, as opposed to men. You know, you step on his foot, he's not going to swing on you.
The only thing that I see, look, this is very telling too. And I was researching topics for the show, okay? And the only thing that I was getting was that her next project, which I don't want her to be canceled from Frankenstein, Del Toro's Frankenstein, but that's all the articles, you know?
Mm.
So,
Hmm.
oh, wait. So was she with Shia?
I wasn't aware. And now Degrassi's
Oh.
saying she took another run at this extra later on.
And I don't, these are all, I don't know of this. I'm just saying, and I hope she's innocent. And I hope, but that means someone's lying. Oh, really? But it's really suspect that they're just talking about her next project. Unless her talent agency or company she's working for, A24, reached out to the accuser and settled it behind the scenes.
I don't know why they wouldn't do that. That's the first thing, if I was their attorney, I would tell them to do.
So they went public first, got a settlement.
Make them sign an NDA
Mia
and
Goth,
looks at them.
see, the last thing I see was January 14th, January 12th, and it was dropped.
That's not that
There's
long.
probably a settlement. Let's be more realistic. I don't want to do conspiracy theories, although it may not be a drop if it was a male actor or someone in the industry, but it's also very possible she got a settlement. They settled it real quick because it dropped quick. I think the people writing the articles know that it was settled too.
Look, I'm not saying I have any sources, but I know some attorneys who do this kind of work in Hollywood. I'm going to make some phone calls and see if anybody knows anything, and I'll report back what I find out.
They've been almost 10 years now. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, we got a little segue back to the mailbag there. Sorry. Yeah, I actually wasn't going to cover that, but when I'm researching articles, I'm like, this is odd. They're just talking about our next project. There's no follow up whatsoever. Whereas they won't let it go in other circumstances, Okay.
No, if the genders were reversed, this would have been that whoever did that would have been in jail.
Okay. Jacob McKenzie, thoughts on Jodie Foster reveals that she was once offered the role of Princess Leia. Wow, I didn't know that. They were going to put a younger Princess Leia, but I had a conflict. I was doing a Disney movie, and I just didn't want to pull out of the Disney movie because I was already under contract. Yeah, there's a lot of people that were almost in Star Wars that would have made it really interesting, but thank goodness we got Carrie Fisher because she was great. Although I think Jodie Foster would have done a great Princess Leia too.
Yeah.
But think about Jodie Foster as Princess Leia, and then who's Magnum PI? What's his name?
Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck as Han Solo, because that's who they wanted for. He was busy too. She would have been pretty good. Mia Goth should be Kang. No. Selleck. Yes, that you almost had a very different Star Wars. I think it still would have worked. But
Tom
it
Selleck,
was
he has the kind of swagger you could have done for Han Solo.
I really like Tom Selleck.
Mhm.
My family love when we go to the college, we like to watch Blue Bloods. I know you and Bruce don't like to watch this type of shit. Well, he doesn't like to watch. You're not. You don't like to
I don't
watch
like to watch
lawyer
lawyer shows. He doesn't like to
even
watch.
though you were inspired by LA Law.
Correct. But once I became one, I no longer liked watching them.
Because it's like watching work.
I guess, and there's so much stuff that's inaccurate, it bothers me. There's no surprise witnesses at trial. You know what I mean? That doesn't happen.
Indiana Jones too. Yeah, both Harrison Ford stuff. That would have been. You would have had so much Tom Selleck in the 80s if it wasn't for Harrison Ford. You did have a lot of him in the 80s, but you would have had so much more of him. Tom Selleck, you know? Okay. Thoughts, Jacob, again, thank you. Thoughts on Pedro Pascal addresses if Joel's arc in The Last of Us Season 2 will deviate from the game. I think they're always going to find a way to build on the incredible source material that they have and surprise us with how they can use that material in a different format like a television show. Yeah, I hope it does its own thing enough where we get a lot more of Joel. No spoilers, but I think everyone knows that Joel's time's limited, you know? And Pedro, it's just a great character for him. But you know what? Sometimes the best characters leave you wanting more too, you know? We'll see how it's executed. But I love that show. Did you like Last of Us?
Yeah, and I never played the game, and I love the show.
Yeah, I'm hoping for that for like Fallout. Okay. Jacob says, thoughts on Dolph Lundgren believes Jason Momoa got spooked with the Amber Heard situation, which may have contributed to Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom reshoots. And I guess he got spooked with the Amber Heard situation. You know, it does make sense if they had more Amber Heard. And then also because Dolph Lundgren plays Mara's father in the movie, that maybe their scenes were shared. And maybe that's why Dolph Lundgren's upset too, potentially. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess he got spooked with the Amber Heard situation, the fact that people were going to see the movie because she's in it. I always thought that was overrated. I mean, I think when you make a movie, you've got to stick with your guns a little bit. So I personally wish they stuck with the original because I thought it was quite good. I would love to see the original. Let's be real. James Wan doesn't seem very interested in even talking about Aquaman 2 right now. He was at the premiere, but he's also recovering from an illness, and he's got lots of projects lined up because he's a very successful director.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get a situation where the difference between Zack Snyder and James Wan is Zack Snyder's career was pretty much ruined after Warner Brothers. And people still don't even believe that the cut existed. And he had to scrounge his way to get back to even make it projects with Army of the Dead for projects that Warner Brothers actually passed on, you know, while reassembling the Snyder cut, where James Wan is getting work all over the place right now. So even if he would have the time, or even if he wanted the original cut to get out there, he's not going to go against Warner Brothers right now because Warner Brothers has other agreements with him I believe they do do they work with him with the Conjuring 2 or Hamada, or is that a different studio?
No, it's Warner Brothers.
Or Blumhouse or works with, I don't know. But he's got way more other projects lined up where if he started referencing original Aquaman 2 cut, it's not going to help him. It's a totally different situation than Zach was in.
He's got too many things lined up.
WB did all the see, he's got so much money to make. It doesn't benefit him to talk about the original cut. And as far as I could tell, I think he's moved past it.
I mean, he developed a whole universe from horror movies. Yeah, that's it. It's a blip on his radar type of thing. You're right. He wants to move past it.
Yeah. So, but I would support it for sure because I would like to see it. But I don't think we're ever going to see the first Aquaman cut. Okay. All right. Let's bring up the mailbag again here. Isaac, the biggest movie fan. Thoughts on people complaining about the Tron 3 logo? I mean, I could see why, because they changed the 0 to a 3, but you agree that the logo looks really cool and the red design. Still really excited for this movie. You know what? People are talking about it, so it's a win. And it doesn't have to be final, you know. It's something to show people that they're filming, free press. And there's been something to get the Tron fans reignited, because Tron has been a false start for a while. Tron 3, it's been in and out, you know, working on it, different versions. So you don't have to keep that. It looks good enough, and people are talking about it. So that's a plus for me. Isaac says, Max, your thoughts on Sony once again removing Spider-Man reference in Madam Web? I think that's a failure. Sony's a disaster.
Wait a second. Making a Spider-Man movie without a Spider-Man is disaster?
No.
You don't think that's a wise choice?
No. They kept saying that they were going to bring this together somehow. Sinister Six. I pretty much think they're going to end with Venom 3 and not link anything. False promises, you know. Let me see. He's producing Avery's Van Helsing. Ooh, that was cool. Tren, yeah. Well, we wouldn't have got the first Aquaman though, Anthony, if he didn't. Let's go back to simple logos and movie titles. Everything else, unless a long title, just call it what it is. Yeah, it can be a little exhausting. That's very simple. Okay. All right, we'll just do a little bit of good news with Twitter, and then we're gonna because it's 1:35. I don't want to keep you, Voltaire. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, yeah, let's do it quick. I do have to go help my mom tomorrow morning, but I'm okay.
Okay,
a little longer.
Let's do rapid fire. Good news with Twitter. We'll see how much we can get covered. Let's just do like 10 minutes at the most. All right, so let me bring this up here. Oh, that's too big. All right, Nick Nolte. Yeah, we know. I love that character from Mandalorian season 1.
He was very good.
Great role. John Cena plans to retire from the WWE within the next 3 years. Thanks a lot, James Gunn. Hashtag blame Gunn. Peacemaker season 2. You think? Well, I don't want.
I like his acting. He's a fine actor. He should just get rid of the wrestling and just move on to the acting. I like him, and he's very likable to me.
Yeah, I agree. I think it would have happened regardless of James Gunn. Here's some more pictures. Let me actually bring this up in a bigger tab here to get a big look at Appa and Momo from Avatar. Are you going to watch this?
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Okay. Well, here's
it looks good. The trailer looked really good.
I didn't really see a good look at Appa yet. He looks decent. The Space Bison. I think it looks good for special effects. Do you?
Yeah, well, that shot, yeah, certainly. And in the
that's what I was concerned about. The special effects. I was concerned. How's Appa going to look? He looks decent. Momo looks cool too. That's how we got our cat's named. Is the really? Creature on the right? Yeah.
Who wouldn't like to have a pet, Appa or whatever the hell that big bison thing is? I'd love to
I bought my wife a stuffed animal of it when we watched it back in the day. I still have it somewhere. Free gas. That's good news. Would you like free gas?
You don't have it up, you know that. Oh yeah. Yeah, free gas, sure.
If you move like this.
I have an electric car, but yeah.
Oh, I gotta turn the music down. Today only, do a silly dance walking in. If we like it, $5 gas free on us. $10 if we really like it. See how people's dance here.
It's like how Krispy Kreme has that talk like a pirate, get free donuts or whatever.
It's only $5 though. Look at these moves. Uh-oh.
This is something Joe would love to participate in.
Joe would get all the money. Look at this. That's great. I bet they didn't give any of these people if we like it. All right, so good news of Twitter. This is based. Minnesota man buys billboard ad space to smack talk his fishing buddy. This is Troy. He sucks at fishing. That's awesome.
I love that.
Yeah. Oh, this is good. This is a video game. I'll cover that in another thing. Video game stuff. a little chihuahua guarding a sushi. Here's some more images from Avatar: Lost Ember. They look awesome.
Looks great.
Yeah. Kobe trophy picture. Did you ever see this picture?
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a very famous picture.
Oh, okay. I think so.
There, that's the picture.
Okay.
This is good news that this isn't happening anymore. Look, I like the Amazing Spider-Man, but the Rhino was horrendous.
No.
And I like Paul Giamatti. It really
Yes.
has to be something awful for me to love. This looks awful. As Rhino, come on.
I never
Like
cared.
machine guns? This is so stupid. I'm sorry. I guess it's subjective. Does anyone think this is a good idea for Rhino? You know,
Absolutely
Spider-Man.
not.
No. All right, let me see what else. I shouldn't really follow this person on or this,
Satan?
Yeah. But they post some dank memes though. They
Okay.
post some funny stuff. Mom said alcohol is your enemy. Jesus said love your enemy. Case closed. Cheers.
That's a good sign for a bar. Yeah.
Yeah. Grand Theft Auto Spider-Man mod in GTA San Andreas. That's awesome. Look at that.
Mhm. Oh, I would play that for sure. That's awesome.
Isn't your typical Spidey game.
Look at that. I'd almost kind of prefer that to a real Spider-Man game because you could drive in a car and do all kinds of crazy stuff. Look at
Right.
that. That's really legit.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, wow, that's really good.
Man.
That was fantastic. Wow. Yeah, that's when he was when he lost his black suit in the comics.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone in that lane saw Final Destination. I guess there's I think I remember I didn't see those movies, but I remember in the trailer there's a truck that's logs. Oh, here's a video. Oh, I love you ever play Metal Slug?
Mm-mm.
Running gun. You play Contra, right?
Of course, I love Contra.
This is
Hours.
Like
I played Contra for hours.
Yeah. There's a new Contra coming out.
That's exciting.
Are you ever going to get your PS5 and your
Yeah. Once those things, I'm not going to be like Brucifer and buy it on the secondary market and pay the upcharge for it. Once that handheld thing comes, I'm going to get it.
This image this goes so hard, this image.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see this on screen. I've always wanted to see Daredevil and Spider-Man team up against Kingpin. Oh my goodness, especially Charlie Cox is a great version of Matt Murdock.
Sure.
I'd like to Ben Affleck, but you know, he is the definitive Daredevil for sure.
This guy's made the character. Yeah.
Yeah, especially with Tony Stark not being there anymore. Matt Murdock's I really feel Matt Murdock's going to help guide Tom Holland a little bit, you know. I cannot wait for this to happen. In this image, I know this is Doctor, but man, I want to see it. And I think that will save the MCU. Yeah.
I believe so.
Slowly making their way into the MCU. Quicksilver, Professor X, Beast, which is horrible. I still don't like that. I don't know why people like
the old Beast. Yeah.
And Wolverine. I cannot. So happy we're getting Hugh Jackman back again. You know. Which Kingpin would win in a fight?
Wow.
I don't know. Michael Clark Duncan was bigger, but
gigantic. Jesus.
But D'Onofrio, when he had the extra weight on during because he actually got big.
Scene,
yeah, he got big. Now he's watching his weight, but he got big for the first version of Daredevil. At that time, it'd be a close competition. I don't know. Most underrated Godzilla film, All Monsters Attack. Here's Henry Cavill and Dua Lipa at the Argyle movie premiere. They look great. And this is where I say I would prefer the fake story. Because if you don't watch, no spoil, I mean, it's in the trailer. Basically, there's a writer that writes a spy story, and then it starts to happen in real life, and they need her to help. And these are the fictional spies in the story. But I would prefer this, Voltaire. Kind of, wouldn't you?
What do you mean prefer this? This
instead of it seems like, I mean, I haven't seen the movie yet, but it seems like they follow the writer and an actual spy in the real world instead of the novel, the fictional novel version of spies, like the more romanticized,
Oh, I see.
like a really
hmm
it's not as elegant in like 007 in the real world.
Okay,
You'd rather follow Bryce Dallas Howard?
sure.
There was an Argyle movie premiere.
I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to that film, although Degrassi has revealed that Cavill is basically just a cameo in it, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
unfortunate.
Is this the other girl that was fired from Scream?
Oh,
Standing. Seems like Jenna stood by her even when,
mm.
yes, she had other opportunities, but I don't think she would have done it without her friend. From what I've heard, they were both pretty good in the Scream movies. I haven't seen them yet though. Sophia Boutella is at the Argyle premiere. She is in Argyle too. I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know that. Rubber chicken test. I don't know.
See what our people in the military go through?
Yeah. Dune 2. That poster is amazing.
I love the first one. I'm pumped for the second one.
Yeah.
I will go see this.
I asked my wife. My wife said, if I go with you, we're going to the theater with the recliner seats. If I use my A-list, I would be going alone because the IMAX doesn't have the recliner seats. So I have to decide whether I want to go see it myself. She said, do what you want. Yeah, you could go without me if you want. But I think I'd prefer to see it with her.
Take your wife to the movies.
Yeah. But it won't be. Yeah. She likes to, just like I like to go to any movie. I like to sit in the classic stadium seats at my theater. I don't care. I don't really get snacks or anything, but people are different. Some people only want to go to the theater if it's an experience. For her,
You don't get snacks?
no.
Wow.
I like to just watch the movie. I like to get something before or after. Because then I'll have to use the restroom more during the movie too. I don't get drinks or anything. But she likes to go and have an experience and then be able to recline, She likes the nice theater.
Sure.
My wife doesn't like anything I like, and I like it.
There you go.
No, me and my wife have different tastes. Although we used to share superhero movies. Not anymore. She says she's done. Aquaman 2 killed it. What is there, a cat? What is the cat? Did someone just put a cat there, or is that on the? I don't know. Is that part of the movie?
Maybe.
Wow, young Kurt Cobain. I don't know who this is. Tiana Taylor is going to be Dionne Warwick in a biopic.
Dionne Warwick, yeah, I guess so.
Dionne Warwick.
Looks like good casting.
Is this now? Considering the source, this might be a joke, but I also think PETA would actually issue a statement for Pow World. PETA has already heard from many Pow World fans who have no interest in eating pals and want a vegan guide created for the game. It's veganary after all, and gamers want to help animals by eating vegan in the game worlds and outside. So they're making a vegan guide for a virtual world. So you could be vegan in the digital world too. Does that excite you, Voltaire?
It's easier to be. I'd rather be vegan in the digital world than in the real world.
Yeah. But this is a world where you're like, from what I've heard, this game's trending and it's like Pokemon, but you can add machine guns and stuff. So I'm not really concerned. And let's be real. The actual Pokemon is like dogfighting. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you people? You keep monsters in your pockets in a little ball and you only let them out to cage fight?
Yeah, that's true. You only let them out to combat or threaten people with. Yeah.
Pokemon is the most messed up property there is. I'm sorry. I still think it's cool though. I mean, but consider it's dogfighting. It's cockfighting. What is wrong with you people in Pokemon? But yeah, you're gonna make a vegan guide for Pal World when you have Pokemon-like characters with machine guns. Okay,
Yeah,
makes total sense.
that's a good joke, Jade. That I agree with you. They all do tell you.
What?
How do you know someone is vegan? Don't
They'll
worry
tell
about
you.
them.
They'll tell you. That's right. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Okay. Let's get back to. I'm sorry. I'm keeping you late.
No, it's okay.
Ooh, I really miss free Pizza Hut.
Mm.
They closed another Pizza Hut down in my area that still had the in restaurant. They had buffets.
Oh, did it have a buffet?
And it was the one that I remember going to get, use the book it where I went with my cousins, and I remember being there for Land of Time, and I got the Land of Time puppets.
Mm.
But yeah, remember these little individual pizzas for
Yes.
reading books? They need to bring that book back.
Mm.
Roadhouse. Definitely looking forward to that.
Mhm.
Look at this. In Australia, Jade. Uh-oh.
Jeez,
Look
with
at
the
the sharks.
spiders and all this, God, Australia's.
Look at that shark.
Mhm.
Who was
What's he
trying to get a
chasing?
stingray? I think it was a
Something.
stingray. Look at that. He almost got it.
He almost killed himself trying to get it. Wow.
He got back okay. Oh, did you hear about this? Jon Stewart's
Yes.
back. You like
This is
Jon
big news,
Stewart?
actually.
Do you like Jon Stewart?
Yeah, I liked it. Even I don't agree
No.
with his politics, but I enjoyed the Daily Show when he was doing it.
I love that Apple Plus show. The problem with, I really enjoyed that show. My favorite episode was when he interviewed people in the government about the audits they keep failing for the military, where people just don't like. He really pushed them hard on it.
Mm.
And I think the reason he's back to Daily Show is because he quit Apple Plus because they wanted to censor him on the AI episode.
Get out of here.
And he said, "No, I'm not censoring my
him.
show," and left. I give a lot of respect because he made a lot of money on that Apple Plus series.
No, I give him a lot of respect, but he also let's be honest, he has FU money. Like he doesn't need to make money anymore. Like he can tell Apple to get lost. He's only going to do it Monday
He
nights.
compromise his journalism, though.
No, I respect that.
In this day and age. You know how many this doesn't happen often anymore. Many people compromise their journalism for paychecks. Let's be real.
Does anyone in the chat remember the old talk show John, the old show he used to have, the Jon Stewart show? That was hilarious back in the old days.
So I'm happy he's returning.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's just for a year. I don't know.
Only Monday nights. I'll take it.
There's a kangaroo being saved. That was, I like those type of stories. Sure. Oh no. What do you think of this? Booster Gold. Sean William Scott, American Pie, says that the DC or Marvel character he'd want to play is Booster Gold. Come on, James Gunn. Let's go. Let's do it. I don't know. What do you think about?
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He was good in Role Model.
Prime though. He's past his prime. I think he could do. He still has got a great jawline for a superhero.
Sure does.
He could do it. He could do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, oh right, Bradley. Yeah, probably coming back for election season.
No, that's true.
I just want us all to survive this election, and be able to still be good to each other with people you disagree. Like, I really, really am going to try harder and harder not to get political in all facets of my life, because even though I follow it, it's not the world to me. It's not the end all.
Come back to me in August and September and tell me how that's holding up.
No. I mean, it's going to be rough for all of us, right? With family members and friends, and it's become people's lives. Like, isn't that a sad thing? Regardless of how you lead on politics, it's become their whole life identity. You know how people complain about identity politics?
Yeah.
Their politics have become their identity.
True.
That's sad.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad no matter what you believe in. Do not let the politics become who you are.
No.
We are better than politics, please. That's my message to everyone, please. It's sad. Okay, but I'd be okay for this.
Yeah, he's only
Now that I'm
47,
thinking about,
according to
but
Anthony.
it's not going to happen. Let's be real. Jackie Chan's performance in Drunken Master. I want to go back and watch some peak Jackie Chan stuff. Look at this.
Yo,
That's awesome.
get the VHS from Korea.
That's going to be me after I get my exercise routine in.
Good for you. That's the right
No,
attitude.
I'm not going to. That will never happen. Kingsman 3. I actually like the prequel better.
I like all the movies. I gotta be honest. I like the whole universe.
Well, gee, politics is show business, probably, people.
Oh, come on, Joe.
She's not wrong.
It's a valid point, but it's not very nice.
We're talking. Listen, I don't want, some people are so harsh about politicians. They want things to happen. I don't want anything to happen to anybody.
No, I hate that stuff.
But they at least deserve that shade. That's not wrong. Look at make fish that way. Oh boy. What is this? Oh, this is Jared Leto. I actually really like that song. The Kill. Did you ever hear that song?
I don't know if I'm familiar with it. Yeah.
If you listen to it later, you'll instantly recognize. You'll be like, oh, that's Jared Leto. He had some hits back in the day.
Right. I know he did.
Here's the first look at How to Train Your Dragon, the live action remake.
All right.
This is going to be Hiccup. What do you think?
It looks like him.
Yeah, it looks like him.
It's a good likeness.
Soon to own on video and DVD. Coming soon to own on video and DVD.
I all the time. Andy Warhol using Amiga. Oh, we did not deserve Wesley Snipes' run in the 90s.
That's a great movie. Great movie. Good, very popular movie. These are all valid points, actually, to this post. Those are 4 great films with him.
I got to watch Demolition Man again because I was doing testing when I watched Demolition Man, and at the very least for America's Sweetheart.
In the yoga pants.
Yes,
Yeah.
I got to watch it just for that. But I wasn't really paying attention when I watched it.
Oh, really? It's a great movie.
John Belushi, Carrie Fisher, and Dan Aykroyd on the set of Blues Brothers, 1980.
I even forgot she was in it. Jeez.
And look, I found a sealed copy for
Sealed?
$5.
No, that's great.
I want to watch it soon. It's a special edition.
Cool.
I accidentally put my thumb through that's the problem. I'm very awkward, so I find a sealed one. Every once in a while, I put my thumb and I messed up the plastic, but I'm going to open it anyway.
Uh-huh.
I want to watch it on VHS. I'm sorry. I need to finish here. All right, let's see if there's anything.
I know
else.
when I quote tweeted you.
Oh,
it's an interesting topic.
I don't see it.
What? There it is.
Oh, really? The Hillary Clinton? Okay.
Yeah, it's a relevant story.
Greta and Margot, like anyone's listening to you, Hillary. Sit down, Hillary. Sit down, Hillary. No one cares. Please don't do anything publicly until the stuff blows over with Bill and the certain list. No one wants to hear you. I'm sorry. I mean, she didn't do anything as far as I know. But, you're just... Hillary, you're just trying to steal Barbie's shine. You can only get mentioned now if you're mentioning Barbie. Greta and Margot. Well, it could sting to win the box office, but not take home the gold. She's alluding to the election too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what was annoying. She was alluding to, "You're not Barbie, Hillary."
Mm-hmm.
Be quiet because I don't want to wake up. You're not Barbie, Hillary. That's what's annoying about it. Is she alluded to winning the popular vote, but not at getting the gold as the presidency. We all know what she was doing here.
Mm-hmm.
Way to make it about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Way to make it about yourself. Your millions of fans love you, but no one does you, Hillary. I mean, I think there's some people that love you. Your daughter loves you. You're both so much more than Knuff. Is that how you say it? Knuff.
I guess.
And then hashtag Hillary Barbie? Oh my God.
He's trying to make a hashtag.
Joe, this just proves that cringe is real.
Yep.
This is
I mean, that hashtag is so cringe. That's a cringe hashtag.
Yeah. Thank you for
Hillary
sharing
Barbie.
that awful tweet. I think that's enough. I think we'll end there. I don't think we can recover from that. Thank you, Hillary. You ended the show. And I don't dislike the woman. She is cringe, you know. And
that is one of the cringest hashtags I've talked about.
I don't like Bill at all anymore. Whew.
Yeah. I mean, when you take all those trips to Epstein's Island and you tell the Secret Service to stay home, you know, something's weird going on, you know.
I don't like Bill at all. He seems really creepy. Yeah. All right. Yes, I love the old VHS Disney bumpers. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for staying till the end. And I'm sorry about the mess. I'm selling on eBay again. I was slacking. I have some new listings, and I'm going through some stuff to make cool lots to make good profit and good value to the to the people buying. So I'm trying to get good stuff together. So have a good one. I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, Voltaire. Hope you have a good week. It's getting close. What is it tomorrow? It's Thursday already. Wow, we're over hump day. Yeah, it has been a long week. So I need to get some beer. I talked to after we went to Permanis. Do you know what Permanis is? It was on Dinner's
I
Drive.
do. I've always wanted to try it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's similar. It's a steak.
They have that famous sandwich, right?
Italian bread with really nice coleslaw. Like some people don't like coleslaw, but this is like really like.
I love coleslaw.
And then fries on top of it.
Jesus.
And then I squirt Heinz ketchup on it.
Okay. That's very Pittsburgh.
A lot. Yeah. On fries, on slaw. Oh, it's so good. And then a nice cold beer.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have a couple of drinks Friday for sure.
Royal Rumble on Saturday. I know. I was almost thinking about watching it, but my cousins are going to be over.
Royal Rumble is the premier event for wrestling. If you watch, they had the old Royal Rumbles on YouTube, and it was just a fun thing to do. When I was a kid watching wrestling, that I loved the Royal Rumble. It was my favorite.
All right. Well, if we go any further, me and Voltaire are going to keep talking. So let's end the show. Thank you everyone for the support. Thank you for the likes tonight. It really means a lot. And we'll see you soon. You have to do your outro.
Good night and good luck, everybody.